Rape me, rape me, my friend. Rape me, rape me again. I'm on the only one. 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 Hate me, do it and do it again. Waste me, rape me, my friend. I'm on the only one. 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 My favorite is that sword. I kiss you good sword. I appreciate your concern. You're gonna stick and rape me, rape me, my friend. Rape me, rape me again. I'm on the only one. 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 Rape me, 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 rape me.
Whoa. Whoa. Rape me. Rape me. That's a strange thing to say. I don't know. That's a little much, dude. Jeez. It's a bit much. A bit much, if you ask me. Hello, Gamma. Hello, Benson. Hello, John. Hi. Hi. Stream Elements, what are you doing here? Man, get Stream Elements out of here, man. Get Stream Elements out of here. Fucking I can't stand this guy. I can't fucking stand this guy. This guy pisses me off. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm back from my little vacation. Back from my little vacation. We're home. I'm home. It feels good. All right. It feels good to finally be back. I've been worried all week. What about? What are you worried about, man? What are you worried about, man? You worried about David? You think David's gonna fuck you? Kill you? Put you in the back of his car? Yeah, I would do the same. Have you heard what is going on in Russia? No, I haven't heard anything. I haven't paid attention to literally anything that has happened recently at all, actually. I know nothing. What is this? Sliggin sent me something. Hold on. What is this? What did Megatron do to Israel? In the fiction 2005 IDW continuity of the Transformers, Megatron attacked Israel on his own during a Decepticon invasion of Earth, destroying local tanks and other vehicles. All right. Sorry. Thank you, Sliggins, for that. Hi, Remy. Hi. All right, so Marcus, I have been worried. I have not heard about what's Marcus. Why are you watching my videos? It's about I'm watching I'm gonna watch the David stuff because I didn't actually pay attention to much of the David stuff. just to get a kind of an idea what's going on. This is because of a bunch of shit that's happened in the past 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, I see. The Russian Kremlin is pushing that NATO has declared war on Russia. Interesting. I highly doubt war will actually start. I mean, NATO isn't actually pushing war from my understanding. And if NATO's not actually pushing war, then I don't think it'll happen. Hi, Sliggins. Hi, Noodlemint. And then Benzen, hi. Hi, Marcus. Hi. Hi, Benzen.
Chandler, I'm here to find happiness with my true sweetheart, who I've known for over 2 months now. So you patrols best leave us alone. I want everything about my house off the internet! Yo. Damn, now!
That's so fucking dope. What the hell? Why is that so cool?
My name is Christian Weston Chandler.
My name is Christian Weston
I'm here to
Chandler.
find happiness with my true sweetheart, who I've known for over 2 months now. So you patrols best leave us alone.
This goes so hard. What the hell? Why is that so hard? Also, there is one other thing. There is this Homeland Security video that I wanted to watch because they used the Pokemon Go theme for their for ICE. So I gotta watch this real quick.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. It's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon, oh,
Dude, this is actually insane.
in a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. Our hearts so true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch
Bro.
'em all.
What? 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 They put their faces on Pokemon cards. Dude, what the fuck? Marcus, my entire Instagram reels is just hating Israel and edits. It's so fucking awesome. That's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, that's pretty good. Dude, that's actually so fucking awesome. What the hell? They turned the fucking ice shit into like, oh, it's just like catching Pokemon. Dude. That's actually kind of evil. Hi, Fox. Hi. People are sick of Israel. They're getting sick of their shit, man. They're so sick of their shit. Now, Chad, I did try a few coffee places, so I was going to update the coffee tier list as well. I added 2 new ones into the list, but I did give Paris a try, Pete's a try, and then I also gave Blue Bottle a try. The only ones that we haven't tried is this one and this one. So we've actually, and this one. So I haven't tried these ones yet. They're the only ones I haven't tried. But we've given everything else a try, so I feel like it's better to do the listing now because some listings have changed here. Some listings have changed. So I added a new one. It's called Phil's Coffee. I'm going to put this one at B, all right? It was pretty good. I got it multiple times. But this new one that I didn't try previously, Blue Bottle, that one's going in A. It's pricey, but it's actually really good. And then we're going to keep our list the original way, all right? But now after trying Blue Bottle and Phil's, hi, Ben. Now that I've tried Blue Bottle and Phil's, it's kind of changed my perspective of some of these coffees because they're really good. They're actually pretty solid. So Dunkin's going to go down in D. McDonald's is C because I just don't really understand why McDonald's is here in the first. It's not really a coffee shop. It's more just like a fast food place. but its coffee is it's priced well and it's decent, so we'll give it a nice C. This Pete's Coffee place, C. It's not like great or anything. This Paris Baguette place though, terrible. I hated the coffee. Absolutely atrocious. Starbucks, pricey, tastes good, but super sugary. But since it is tasty coffee, since it does have tasty coffee, I'll put it at B. This Nirvana Soul place, it's a good C. I tried that one. Dutch Bros is a D. I can't willingly put Dunkin' in the same tier as Dutch Bros. I'm sorry. And then Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, I'm putting it at B. And 85 Degree, it's going at B. All right, I still haven't found one to pair with Blue Bottle at A. Because I don't really want any of these guys in A. I don't think they... Nah, actually, you know what? No. I think this is the right list. Where did you vacation? I went to California. I went to a part of Cali that I've never been to before. I went to the Bay Area. And you know what? It was nice. It was a nice vacation. It was fun. I got to go to San Fran as well. I went up to San Fran. I went to go on the Golden Gate Bridge. And I went to a few places. I went to the Nintendo store there. And I got a few things. A few cool things. Should have went to Compton. Yeah, I mean, that's my next destination. But I mean, San Jose was fun. San Jose was a fun place. It was pretty good, pretty fun. The one thing I will say about Cali is the roads are terrible. I don't really care for the roads. Like, compared to where I live, the roads are so much better here. Much more easy to understand. Now, I didn't drive, so I didn't drive. My friend did, but when I was watching him drive and I was looking at the roads, I was like, man, these roads are complicated. For the most part, some of them were normal. Some of the roads were normal, but some of them were not normal. Cali is a very walking state. Like, you should walk in that state, I feel. Did you get a Switch 2? I did not get a Switch 2. Should have thrown up gang signs like a real wigga. True, I was about to go to Oakland. No, I wasn't about to go to Oakland. I was jokingly telling my friend, I'm going to go to Oakland. Or let's go to Oakland. And see, my wife, she doesn't understand that Oakland is not a place you're supposed to go to. So she kept saying, like, are we going to go to Oakland? When are we going to go to Oakland? Because my friend mentioned that they have, like, there's, like, food there, you know, whatever, like, different types of food, and she wants to try it. And I'm like, brother, I'm not going to Oakland. I'm not stepping foot in Oakland, man. It's not happening. Not fucking happening. Oakland #1. True, Oakland is #1. And the other thing about the roads is you have to pay for parking. Like, you have to pay for almost every form of parking over there. That is ridiculous to me. That is actually, like, insane. Like, most places, you have to, like, pay.
Nathan Toy Adam.
I'm such a filthy piggy, watch me oink and squeal as I wallow in my own filth and gluttony. Oink 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 oink.
Thank you for the 10 goat Cato. I'm such a filthy piggy. Watch me oink and squeal as I wallow in my own filth and gluttony. Oink 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 oink. Thank you for the 10 goat Cato. That's a very, like, that's very, I agree. Oakland sounds nice. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Hi, Jimbo. Hi. All right. So you guys might have to be the ones to fill me in, all right? Because here's the thing. I don't know anything that's happened in the space so far. I don't know what has happened, if you guys did anything, if any drama happened in the community. I don't know, all right? I'll be honest, I have no clue if something happened. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Mrao did anything. I don't know if Ada did anything. I don't know if Dickers did anything. I don't know if Gamma did anything, all right? I don't know who did what and who did where. But from my understanding, I don't know. I think nothing happened. That's what I think. I think nothing happens. Smile. I'm off in an hour. That's huge. Then you could be the gluttonous piggy that you are. Gamma low-key a pedophile? That's what happened? Is Gamma a pedo? Is that what we discovered? Other than that, there was the David stuff that I missed out on getting to see. I know it is a Gamma VOD, but I do want to look over it because I haven't seen any of the David stuff. Like, I haven't looked into really any of it. I've looked only into it in the sense that I've like read a few things about it. And I want to know what's kind of true, what isn't true, what's kind of the deal, what's the situation. I only know a tad bit. And the David stuff is interesting because, I mean, we're talking about like a 13, 14-year-old girl who was found in the back of his car. In the back of my car. You died. I killed you. Marcus is black? Yeah, I've always been black. Hi, Herbie. Hi. Yeah, tough stuff. I fucking hate you, Slender's goat wench. Okay. Rude. This intro fucking blows ass, by the way. I hope Nintendo sues this guy.
For those of you who don't know who David is a very popular artist that went viral on TikTok 2 years ago.
Can you put Pinecone Dog on screen? Yeah, of course. Where's Pinecone Dog at? Let me find Pinecone Dog really quick. You might have to send me Pinecone Dog. I'll put it up on the screen for you.
For his hit single, Romantic Homicide. He wasn't just popular on TikTok, but his music even got featured in the Invincible
Name
soundtrack.
5 Game Boy games fast.
Lyrics.
Take it back. Okay, I take it back. I do fuck with Game Boy, the Game Boy intro, but this guy's gonna get fucking raped by Nintendo one day. This guy's gonna get raped by Nintendo.
Right? A lot of them didn't really age well, and that goes for a lot of his music as well. So, this guy, about 2 weeks ago, I believe it was September 7th, this month, right? Apparently, his vehicle was discovered with a body in the car. It is becoming increasingly more undeniable that David might actually have had a major hand in the disappearance of this girl. Now, something insane about this story is that this girl is actually, or would have been this month, a 15-year-old girl. This girl has been missing since 2024 of last year, right? This girl has been missing since 2024. It's insane how when she appears, she's found dead in the trunk of this
in the back of his car. Well, in the back of his car, in the back of his mind, in the back of his car. Actually, this is factually incorrect. If I'm not mistaken, Teslas are, the trunk is like in the front or something. So actually, it was in the front of his car. Actually in the front. Hi, Tyler. Hi.
A more than taboo relationship. As people have been pointing out on the internet, like, this isn't just some stranger to him. They had matching tattoos. He's been referenced in his Discord, apparently, allegedly, and they have been pictured together, and there have been discussions of them being in a relationship. So, let's read a little bit into this article. The person whose body was found in singer David's Tesla has been identified as Celeste Rivas, and TMZ has spoken to her mother, who says she had a boyfriend named David. Celeste was 15, according to the LA County Medical Examiner. TMZ got a tip that the victim was a young girl who had gone missing from Lake Elsinore, CA, in April 2024.
Speed just arrived in SF? What is Speed doing in SF, dude? Why is Speed in SF now when I'm not there, dude? I could have met him. SpongeBob Battle of Bikini Bottom. Okay, that's kind of huge, actually.
Poster. But yes, this person has been missing since 2024. TMZ contacted Celeste's mother, who told us she felt the body found in the Tesla might be her daughter. She said the police...
In 2024, so he knew her when she was 12? Yeah, so from my understanding, he knew her when she was like 11, which is crazy. But I think David would have been at the time... It doesn't matter. I mean, he would have been like, what, 17 at the time? That doesn't mean anything. She's 11, he's 7. That's an insane gap. But... but from my assumption, they knew each other and when she was 11, he was 17, and then was she? He's known her since she was 11. Yeah, okay.
Description, which included a tattoo on her finger with the letter sh, matched her daughter's. She was
Well, you
wearing
wouldn't know
black
which
leggings
one
and
was
a
me,
tube
Ben.
top,
You
plus
wouldn't
two
know.
pieces of jewelry, a metal stud earring, and a metal chain bracelet in the shape of a W. Cops have been working vigorously to identify the victim's identity ever since the body parts were found. So, not only was the body dismembered, but it was also unrecognizable and unidentifiable because it has been sitting in the car for so long that the skin was
Oh,
badly decomposed, if I recall
ha,
correctly.
Jesus Christ, that's disgusting. You know what's crazy is when this stuff originally came out, this David stuff came out, I didn't really pay mind to it because I just assumed, because it was an impound car, right? It was an impound car. My assumption was, oh, this guy's on tour. He doesn't have time to kill somebody. Like, he's a busy guy, you know. Some fucking terrible person probably killed a woman and, like, found a way to stuff her body inside of someone's car that they, like, stumbled upon. Turns out it was David's car. That's what I assumed. My assumption was, like, some fucking horrible person found a way to, you know, shove a dead body in the back of his car, and he has nothing to do with it. But then when I heard about the tattoo, the fucking matching tattoo. Hold on. Maybe Acorn Dog could take over for today. Maybe Acorn Dog can take over for today. When I heard about the tattoo and she had a matching tattoo, that's when I was like, uh-oh. I think that already, like, convinced me enough that, holy shit, he might have something to do with this. Because that's just weird, right? That's an insane coincidence. Like, that's an insane coincidence that he has, like, a matching tattoo with this dead girl that's in the back of his car. That in itself was already enough for me to believe that he probably killed this woman. Or, if not killed, he probably had some form of, like, sexual relations with her, right? Which, either way, let's say if he didn't kill her, this guy's, like, 20 years old and he's fucking around with a 13-year-old. That's already not good for many people. Many people are obviously going to be anti-David after that. I'd be shocked if he didn't do it at this point. Yeah, at this point, I would be shocked. I'd be shocked because of the things that I'm hearing.
And it was difficult to like identify.
It's like, damn, this guy, he actually did do it.
For all we know, that body could have been there several weeks. It could have been there several months. Who knows how long the body was sitting there? LAPD searches home near site of abandoned Tesla. Item seized. The case involving a chopped-up teen girl. Incredible verbiage, by the way. Found in a Tesla belonging to singer David is
Chopped-up teen girl.
Los Angeles police searched a home in the affluent neighborhood where the car was abandoned. According to ABC7, a swarm of officers spent several hours at a Hollywood Hills home Wednesday night and seized a computer among other items. For the moment, it is unclear whether the evidence is connected to David's Tesla. So there's a lot of like, who knows if he actually committed this murder or not? Who knows if he actually did or not? Right now, in my opinion, if I want to like make a like, in my opinion, I think he did it. I don't want to make that as a legitimate claim.
I was gonna say, the only other theory I have in my mind about this David stuff that could have happened is he'd have to have an ultimate nemesis to get framed this bad. True. But the only other theory in my mind that says that, oh, he maybe didn't kill her is I heard something about how this girl, her sister, I don't know if it was her sister or her friend, but they mentioned that this girl was like sleeping around, essentially. She was like sleeping around, which in my eyes could mean sex trafficking. And maybe this girl got, you know, caught in a sex trafficking situation where, you know, she's being trafficked to multiple men, and it's not just, but that would entail that David was, you know, buying her out, you know, or something. So either way, still terrible. And that maybe somebody killed her, like somebody else killed her and just decided that David was the guy they wanted to frame it on. But still, again, the tattoo doesn't make sense for it to be something like that. No, like stuff like that just doesn't make sense for it to be like a situation where he's like, he just bought her out and one time and he had sex with her. Like that just doesn't seem like the case. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems very much like, my theory on the subject, my theory is that he was in a relationship with this girl, and she was probably on the verge of ending the relationship or telling somebody. I think she was on the verge of telling somebody, which would ruin his career because she's a little, she's a little girl. I mean, she's 13 for fuck's sake. Okay, she's not like she's close in his age, like 17 and 20. That we're talking 13 and 20. And I have a theory that she probably was like done with the relationship. She was going to tell somebody, or he had a sneaking suspicion that she was going to tell somebody about their relationship. So to avoid getting in trouble, he probably either he intentionally killed her or he accidentally killed her, and then was like, either if he accidentally killed her out of like fear of what she might do, he panicked, cut her up and put her in the back of his car, or this guy is like genuinely an insane person, and in the back of his mind, he really did want to kill her and he decided to do it, and he was like, fuck, I'm gonna chop this bitch up. And Brazilian hyperpop artists would never crack a 13-year-old.
My opinion, like in my brain, my irrational thoughts make me want to believe that this guy.
And
committed this
here's the
murder
thing.
by-
Here's the thing. I know I'm pausing a lot, but from what I read, this girl went missing. And the thing that blows my mind, I'm not straying away from David being a horrible person here, but what blows my mind is, from what I've seen, this girl has been in many pictures with David, but she was a missing girl. She was like missing. And to me, that doesn't make much sense at all. That doesn't make any sense. She's like a missing girl. Her parents don't know where she is, and yet she's taking photos and hanging out with a famous guy. How do you not find that out? How does that not... I'm not trying to say, like, listen, all I'm saying is I feel like the parents are probably terrible parents. Who knows? That's just a theory. But in me personally, like, right, I feel like that's insane that you, like, your daughter goes missing. She's taking photos and hanging out with a famous guy. Not like it's some random guy. It's a famous guy. A guy who's, like, all over the place. To me, that's just like, how do you not recognize that? I guess is what I would say. Now, there might be something to it that maybe there's a reason why, but I don't know. I don't know how you lose your daughter in a circumstance like that. It doesn't make sense.
It's entirely
to me.
possible that perhaps he didn't have a hand in killing and dismembering this girl. It could have been somebody else. As TMZ reported it, the decomposed and dismembered body of the girl in the front trunk of a Tesla owned by David.
I'm honestly
has been
at the point
identified
where
as
I'm just
Celeste
waiting for
Rivas,
David
the
to just
information
admit
we
it.
already know. So look, TMZ got a tip last week that Celeste was the victim and contacted her mother. So we know that this girl had a tattoo, the tattoo. I'm not sure if that's gonna be picked up on the microphone. So we know that she had a tattoo on her index finger, the same way that David also had a tattoo of that on his own index finger.
Is it this
David
song?
canceled a show in Seattle Wednesday night. We believe he flew to Los Angeles Wednesday morning, which is very telling. Why would he cancel his concert unless he has to take care of matters urgently for this investigation?
Here, this is the song. This shit is crazy to me. Hold on. This shit is crazy to me. Come on, man. Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Is this not like... Oh, no! Uh-oh. Like, see... Like, this guy was... It's not looking good. It's looking pretty bad.
On his own index finger. David canceled a show in Seattle Wednesday night. We believe he flew to Los Angeles Wednesday morning, which is very telling. Why would he cancel his concert unless he has to take care of matters urgently for this investigation? Singer David appears to be in the crosshairs of the LAPD in connection with the apparent murder of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, because we've learned he seemed to be living in the house homicide detectives searched late Wednesday. We have just confirmed the house is being rented by Josh Marshall, David's manager at Interscope. Dude. Take a look at these photos David posted back in February. He's slouched on a piano bench, singing in the kitchen with Benny Blanco. He's also seen Dancing in Cat's Eye with Living Room. With Cat's Eye.
With Cat's Eye, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
You know, this person was like, this guy was active. All right. Now this is where the story
Not
starts getting a little
Bonnet,
bit more
way too
interesting,
big.
because this is the
He's
one
just
of those
girly
cases-
pop, dude. He's just girly pop. He's literally just girly pop, dude. Can you hate him?
This is where nobody saw this coming. This isn't one of those cases where, oh, dude, this is such a tragedy. Well, I mean, it is a tragedy, but it's not one of those cases where you can really be shocked and surprised that this came from, like, nowhere. Because typically, when it comes to insane people, psychopaths that are found with bodies or that are found to have been, like, you know, perpetrators of a crime, it's always like, dude, I could have never expected that this artist would have been a pedophile. I could have never expected this YouTuber would have been a pedophile. I could have never expected this YouTuber would have committed these crimes. But in this case, no. It appears that there was actually a lot of suggesting information. It appears that there was a lot of
Well, okay, yeah, but like from before the stuff happened, right? My fault, twin. Before this stuff was happening, I don't think anybody had on their bingo card David being like a fucked up, horrible killer, right? Like, because this situation is weird to me because it feels calculated. It feels like this guy had a massive, extreme obsession. Like there's rappers who just like get into like gang activity with like other people and they just kill somebody. And it's like, I'm not trying to act like, you know, killing one is worse than the other, right? Because obviously killing somebody is bad, but, you know, one is involved with, like, gang activity where that's, like, their life. Their life is surrounded by stuff like that. They're part of, like, gangs. And then you got guys like David, a guy who's dating a 13-year-old. Not even just 13, but she was younger when they met. Is surrounded by... Oh, my bad. What the fuck? Why is the audio like that? And he's putting, like, okay, I'm just being brutally honest here. Like, I don't, maybe this is just a coincidence, but if I'm not mistaken, this is not the only music video with a girl that looks similar to her, right, in the music video. And all of his songs are, like, love songs, and then there's even his Romantic Homicide song, and I know the Romantic Homicide song was a while ago. It wasn't, like, it's not like he made it when he killed her, but it's like, it is very strange that this guy has like music where he's like singing about, like, in the back of his mind, he killed her and he didn't regret it. You know, songs where the girl in the music video looks eerily similar to this Celeste girl. Like, this guy had a fucking insane obsession with her. And then he like, then he chops her up and kills her, man. Like, that, like, I don't know, man, that's like not normal. You know, you don't typically see that, I guess is what I would say. You just don't typically see stuff like that. Like, every time I see like an artist who's like a pedophile or they killed somebody, it's like they get caught like, you know, messaging like a minor or something. Or they get, you know, or it's like a situation where they killed somebody. Oh my God. Abby, thank you for the $1. What the fuck is this song? I'm gonna listen to this real quick. I'm gonna watch the music video too. This is ridiculous. What the fuck?
La boo boo. La boo boo. La boo boo. La la boo. La boo boo. La boo boo.
Oh!
La boo boo. La boo boo. La boo boo. La boo boo. La boo la boo la boo 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 boo. La boo boo. La boo boo. La boo boo la boo la boo boo. La boo boo la boo boo. La boo la boo la boo 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 boo. La boo la boo la boo la boo boo. La boo la boo la boo 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 boo. La boo boo la boo boo. La boo boo.
Yeah, hell yeah! Is it gonna turn blue?
La boo boo. La boo boo.
Oh my God! It's the blue Labubu!
La boo la boo la boo 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 boo. La boo boo la boo boo. La boo la boo la boo 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 boo. La boo boo la boo boo.
Dude,
La boo boo.
what?
La boo boo. La boo boo. La boo boo. La boo la boo la boo boo la boo la boo la boo la boo.
Jimmy Buff. Bro, what am I watching, man? Labubu. Isn't that that's the rare Labubu, dude? Dude, is this all the lyrics? Labu, labu, labubu, labu. Labubu. Bro, what the fuck did I just listen to? Abby, thank you for the $1. Thank you for the song. Very kind and awesome song. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Thank you for the little intermediate, like, happy fun time song so we can get over this tragedy.
In the past years, that heavily suggested that there was like something extremely unethical going on between David and this girl. So look, this picture was apparently posted on Twitter by somebody. Just to give you a little bit of background, I'm only recalling the tweet, so take what I'm saying, as speculation. Don't take it like, too legitimately, because I'm recalling. This is hearsay. Apparently, this image was taken from somebody who knew Celeste. Apparently, they attended the same school, and this is him paying off witnesses of their relationship to keep quiet. TMZ contacted LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division last week after speaking with Celeste's mom, who had evidence that the unidentified body was that of her.
Yeah, but still, see, Gamma's being a bit silly here because he's saying like, "Oh, wow, we had years of evidence." Well, but that's the thing is like to the common eye though, nobody like had a clue that this guy was doing this like insane shit. Now, obviously, looking into it, there's a lot more, which I think makes it even more intense. I think it makes it even worse. Because like I said, a lot of the times when you see like artists being like horrible people or doing like horrible things, it's like, it's an instance of just like they shot somebody. They shot and killed somebody. Or it's like, it's an artist who like, oh, he sexually assaulted someone. But there's no like dig or deeping other than just like they sexually assaulted someone, they raped somebody, they whatever it is, right? It's like an incident. It's an incident of like doing something like bad. Whereas David's is like crazy how far back you like can actually look at this. Like, when this first came out, everybody was just like, oh, no, I don't think David killed somebody. And then more and more stuff keeps coming out where we're just like, whoa, holy shit, he's paying people off? Wait, what? He's been in this relationship with this underage girl for a while now, and people have been knowing this, and what? Like, it's kind of like, it's a whole thing. And then when you look at his music videos and you see like how the lyrics are kind of like, whoa, it's kind of almost like he's making these songs for his, underage girlfriend. It's just like kind of crazy. There's even, I think the one thing I saw is that people were looking at David's retweets on TikTok or like something like about his likes or retweets or something on TikTok or something. And it's like videos of like, it's like videos where it's like a dude saying like, if I ever lost you, they'd go like violent or something. Or like, if you ever did something, I'd be like violent. Marcus. Kiss a homie.
Her daughters. We provided the lead detective with her name and number. Days later, the body was identified as Celeste. We also posted this photo of David just 3 out of 10 miles away from Celeste's home, or 3/10 of a mile. We also posted this photo of David just 3/10 of a mile from Celeste's family home in Lake Elsinore, California, about 70 miles from downtown LA. Apparently, David's Discord knew he was a groomer. That's what we're going to be getting into. So Twitter has been going fucking wild with information, which is why it's incredibly important that, you take some of these things with heavy speculation.
That is true. You got to take some of these
because we don't know how much
grain of
it's gonna
salt. Did you have a good vacation? I did. I had a fun vacation. I did get a bit homesick near the end. Because my wife was missing the cats, and our motel was terrible. It was, I'll be brutally honest. It was, we went cheap, and never again. I'm never going cheap again. All right, I'm paying good money for another motel this time, because that was not fun. It was gross. It was terrible. It was disgusting.
Faked. If it is faked, and we don't know how much of it is real, if it is real. I have compiled some very interesting
You miss
tweets
chat?
that I
Of
want to
course
take a
I
look
miss
at.
chat, man. I miss streaming a little bit. I went, doing it for a week, you kind of miss streaming a bit. Like, I'll be brutally honest, when I went on vacation, I was like, this is going to be nice. This is going to be a nice little, it's going to be, I get away a little bit, get to leave the house and go somewhere new. Haven't been here, kind of get away from the screen a little bit. And it was good, but after a while, I got a little bit like, man, I kind of want to stream. Especially during the David stuff, like when all the David stuff kept coming out, I was like, man, I would love to stream this right now. But I couldn't, so.
And the most shocking one, in my opinion, the most like heart-churning one is this that I've seen. This is like the most heart-churning tweet. I mean, not tweet. The most heart-churning photo. The one that like really. I'm typically a very apathetic person. I don't get emotionally invested in any cases, right? At all. I don't get emotionally invested in most stories. Because why would I? I don't know these people. You might call me like, a sociopath for that, but realistically, you can't force somebody to care about something that is completely disconnected from them. But this right here, actually, like when I looked at it, I was like, dude, that's actually like, incredibly upsetting. It's incredibly upsetting.
What's upsetting to me is how a girl goes missing and and again, maybe it is just the paying off stuff, is how the parents and nobody else found her, right? But it just blows my mind. It's like I don't know, to me, it's just like there's no way David was paying all of these people off to the point where it was, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me how the parents couldn't have figured it out. He's a famous person. If my kid got abducted by a famous person, I don't think it'd be that hard to find, especially when she's taking pictures with him and stuff. I just don't know. I mean, I have no clue how you miss it. I don't know how you miss that. I don't know how. And I forgot. I didn't even realize that David used to be a pro Fortnite player. That's crazy to me. Hi, Cal. Hi.
Upsetting that this person, this like child, could have been found right under their noses with a very obvious suspect.
Yeah, I
Missing
mean,
poster of Celeste Rivas from June 2024. #David. June 14th.
it's right. And again, like you said, right under their noses. David lives in this general area, not like right next to this place, but if I'm not mistaken, he lives like in like LA. It's not like she was, out in the fucking buttfuck nowhere. You know what I mean? She's with a goddamn famous person. Like that to me just, it just blows my mind on how the parents never found out, I guess. I just don't know how you don't find out, I guess. I was vacating. It was nice. It was fun. I had a nice time in the Bay. I went over to San Fran. San Fran was really fun. I really like San Francisco. That was a beautiful place. When I say beautiful, there are some places that weren't very beautiful. But like Golden Gate Bridge was beautiful. Some of the places next to the kind of the beach and stuff, those were beautiful. I went to this area with a bunch of stores. I don't know where it is in San Fran, but it was a bunch of stores. It has the Nintendo store, and then there was like, dude, there was like a Macy's that had like multiple floors, and it was mostly just like Rolex, Gucci, all the fancy. I didn't go to any of those. I just went to the Nintendo store. And then I went to one of the like Asian areas in San Francisco. Then I went to a bunch of the Asian areas in San Jose. Is essentially what I did. And then I also went to a couple other areas that have like cool shops outside and stuff, and went to all these different places. Did you get hypey? Did you get fizzle? What is that? You were in town? Yeah. I even went into San Jose. I went to actual San Jose. And San Jose was nice. It looked nice, but I will admit there wasn't much for me to do because I don't drink. I'm not much of a drinker. So, I don't drink at all. I don't know. This face, Japantown, I could have gave you spots. I went to Japantown in SF. That's where I went. Very cool. Very nice. I liked it. It was really nice over there. I like how it's like structured and laid out. It's like really weird, but it's like cool. And then I went to, because my wife is Filipino, we went to an area that has a lot of Filipino stuff in San Jose and stuff. My friend is Vietnamese, so we went to like a Vietnamese area and stuff. Did you ghost ride the whip? I think so. I don't I don't know how to answer that. By the way, hi Tyrone, hi Cal. I don't know if I ever said hi. And then I went to a few other places as well, not just those places. I went to a mall. So I went to this big mall, and it's like 3 floors. It was like a 3-floor mall, and then when you leave you can leave the mall, and then there's an outdoor mall then afterwards. Like, so you can just walk across the street, and then there's like stores outside, and it's like an outside area. Santana Row, I think that might have been the name. Yeah, I think so. Went to the yay and didn't fizz? Shaking my head. What the fuck, man? What are you saying, man? What are you saying? Bro, I was there. Really? It was a little busy when I went. I went to get this, like, there was this ice cream place, and they have flavors that are like insanely weird. There was an olive oil one, like a goat cheese and habanero flavor. They were fucking atrocious. I don't know how people can eat that stuff. It was insane. What else did I go to? I wanted to try out a lot of different food places and a lot of different stuff, but obviously I'll be brutally honest, like San Jose has a lot. There's a lot of different food places, a lot of different places you can go. I tried a lot of matcha places. Matcha was great. A lot of the matcha places I went to was amazing. Smitten? It might have been Smitten. I can't remember the name. I did go to the Ghirardelli place in San Francisco. That's the place that I went to. Trying to think. I went to a lot of different places. A lot of it food related. And then I also went to a lot of different places with, like, I will admit, I did get manga. I did get a manga. And I really like it so far. It's really good. It's a new, like, the anime is like fairly new. Why can't I remember the name? Gachi Akita or something. And I like it so far. It's pretty good. So I went to a lot of places like that. And then I'm trying to think. When it was football Sunday, I did go over to a bar. I'm not going to say the exact location because my friend is from the exact location, but I went in an area that is mostly like where he lives, and he has, like, you know, downtown area and all this stuff, and it's got cool places, and we mostly went into those places and tried a lot of that stuff out. We went to a lot of bookstores because my wife is a big book fan. She likes books. We went to another place. It was this, like, it almost felt like a small town almost. Roads were terrible, but it was mostly for walking. They had like a farmer's market or whatever going on. We went to like a gaming, not a gaming cafe per se. It was like a nighttime thing. Had like these big screens all over the place in San Jose. That place is really cool, but we didn't get to really do much. The trash zone and stuff. What is the trash zone? I also went to the Renaissance Fair. There was a Renaissance Fair that was going on, and I'll be brutally honest, it wasn't that great compared to Arizona's, because the one that happens here is a lot better. There's a lot more in the Arizona one than there is up there. Cal knows how to ghost ride the whip. Listen, man, I'm sorry. I don't know how to ghost ride the whip. I just don't know. Renaissance fairs here kind of suck. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. It just wasn't that good. The one here is amazing. I mean, ours is like 10 times bigger, which the other one had, it was taken over by woke people. Yeah, that's kind of true, actually. Like, the shops just didn't have as much cool stuff as, like, the ones here do. Like, you know, if you're really into, like, D&D and you really want to make, like, you really want to get into character and you really want to get into, like, stuff like that. Like, the one here, there's a lot of cool stuff and a lot of great stuff that you can buy and get into. And, like, it's just, it was really cool here at the Renaissance Fair here. But the one there was just not that good. I feel kind of bad because my friend drove a long way to get there. Other than that, I can't really think of other things I did. Like I said, a lot of it is like in an area where I don't want to say the exact location because that's where my friend's from and I don't want to say where he's from. So, yeah, but other than that, yeah, the motel was terrible. That was one thing. The motel was terrible. Weather was good. I really liked the weather out there. It was really nice. What else? The races of individuals, the people, the races. Not a lot of Tyrones out there. I'll be brutally honest. I came back here. I got back here in Arizona and I looked around and I was like, holy shit, we got like a lot of black people compared to what they got over there. And I was surprised because that's California. They have way more population, but San Jose or the Bay Area, it's like, it's Asian and it's white. Asian and white. You don't really got much Mexican and not much black compared to the Asian and white population. There's a lot of Asians and a lot of whites. It was like really weird because I'm used to seeing like a Mexican every like 2 seconds essentially. I'm used to seeing like Mexicans flooding the place. That's what I'm used to seeing. And that just I didn't see that over there. It was weird. Very different demographic over there. And then the drivers there were kind of bad. I don't know how to compare them to here though. But yeah, the drivers over there were pretty bad. I wasn't driving, my friend did, but I felt bad because, you know, some of the drivers there just, you know, it just was annoying. Oh, the manga, I mean? Oh, yeah. So Gachi Akita is about it's about this kid who he's raised by like an adoptive dad in like a poor area of this sphere, this like big sphere, and whatnot, right? The rich people hate trash. The whole idea is that rich people, the people who are wealthy, they hate trash. If they're done with playing with something, done with doing something, toss it into the poor area, toss it into the pit, essentially. They toss it into the pit. Everything has to be clean. And the people who live in the tribes folk, the people who live in like the poor area, they're like, some of them keep their trash, right? Because it's like, important. So Rudo, the main character, he keeps like trash. He's like the trash bandit. He like steals shit from the rich. He steals trash because, some of this stuff is valuable. Like some of this stuff isn't used. It's not like the trash is bad. It's like, this is stuff that they just throw out after one use. It's like, this is good stuff. So he takes it, he keeps it, but then people don't like him. People think he's like a freak. They think he's weird for doing that. And then someone murders his stepdad, essentially. And then he's accused of murder. And any sort of crime in this world is essentially death penalty. And death penalty, aka, means you get tossed in the pit with the trash. And so he gets tossed in the pit with the trash. But believe it or not, obviously, there are people living where the trash pit is, down below. And that's kind of where it goes from there. I was watching the anime, but the Thor is a bit too liberal. What does that mean? The one that just got an anime season recently? Yeah, the one that just got an anime season recently. I love it. So far, I really like the manga. The manga is really fun. Like, it's really nice. And I like that. I like the style, the art. The art style is kind of that style that I enjoy. Very, very nice. I hate trash. Oh, the author is a bit too liberal. Yeah, the author was an assistant for Soul Eater and for Fire Force, which I think is pretty cool. Because I liked Soul Eater. I think Soul Eater is really good. But so far, yeah, I bought a few copies of the manga. I'm reading it. It's pretty solid. It's my first ever manga. I've never read a manga before. So I was like, when I was in San Jose, a lot of the stores there have more selection than we have here. I'll be brutally honest. They have more. So I wanted to give one a try that I've never seen before. She's like handing me stuff. Twitter gets mad when you call them her. Oh, really? I said it was a woman. I was like, whoa. I was like, honey, look, the author of the book is a woman. I guess not. I guess she's not. But I mean, so far, yeah, so far I really like the book. I really like the manga. It's really fun. It's not like the way I'll put it is the main character is not an annoying, you know how like in some mangas or animes or whatnot, like the main character is like this annoying ass kid who gets like pissed at everybody. He's like this emo retard. Like Rudo is somewhat, I guess you could say he's like somewhat emo, but like he's not like super, he's not like dumb, right? Like it's almost like he's trying to be like a good, he gets angry at things very easily because of his living situation and what he grew up with, because people used to pick on him all the time and everyone would pick on him because his dad was a murderer. His dad was a killer. That's why he has a stepdad, because his dad was a killer. And he's not like an annoying kid, right? Like there's a situation where he meets somebody and in his mind, he's like, oh, wait, I should be like a nice person. I should be nice to this guy. I should think. Because, like, his stepdad taught him how to be, like, a nice kid, to be, like, a good person. So he's not like this annoying emo kid where everything pisses him off and the whole world is against him. Even though that's kind of, like, his idea. He hates the people up where he lived because they kind of treated him like shit. Literally. Like, they tossed him down into the trash pit. They treated him like trash. So he hates them. He wants to get, like, revenge. But he is like a reasonable person who can like break down that like, oh, you know, I have to think about like how this person feels and stuff. They're not just like some weird like emo kid that just gets mad at everybody and easily gets like pissed off at everybody. He actually tries to be like nice. It copies Astro Boy and Battle Angel Alita. I've never watched Battle Angel Alita. I heard that was good. As for Astro Boy, I don't know much about Astro Boy. But so far, it's really good. I really enjoy it.
Last year.
Let's get back into
Unless it was last
the
year,
David stuff.
2014.
Sorry, I was talking
It's
so
always
much
that.
about
I always hate walking into
Cali.
a gas station, or walking downtown, or walking down the road, and on the post I see a missing persons poster, or a missing relative, or a missing, you know, dog, cat, pet, whatever. It always sucks because nothing hurts more. In my opinion, nothing hurts more than knowing that somebody is just like gone from your life, not knowing what could have happened to them. Nothing hurts more than knowing something is gone without closure. So this absolutely sucked to witness. Like, this was such an ongoing case, and nobody bothered to like.
this narrator guy.
Fair.
Sounds really retarded. Yeah, honestly, this fucking guy. You know, I just found a video. Honestly, I just found a video, but this guy does seem a little silly. Just gonna be honest.
Up until now, up until it's too late. Yeah, how was like he not interrogated sooner? They were in a relationship. He's a very public figure. How like did people not put two and two together and realize that perhaps a very, very popular young artist that got, you know, popular through the internet may have a hand or an involvement in this? How did he get away with it for so long? And to me, I want to speculate a little bit. I get a feeling that David was involved with the story a lot longer than, a lot longer than what it seems. Like, there's obviously a background. There's obviously a history to this. There's obviously lore to
He
this.
sounds like he's driving a really slow car. Yeah,
until, you know, David.
You know, honestly, Gamma he doesn't know much about cars. He's not much of a car guy. I mean, honest to God, he probably owns a shit car anyways. I mean, it's probably a weak ass engine. You know, terrible specs. I mean, it's just probably, honestly, it could be, you might just be riding around in a fucking Prius. Are those bad? Are those the bad cars? The Priuses? I have no clue.
Interrogated, and more information comes out. Maybe we'll find out that maybe he was like she was kept hidden in a basement somewhere. Maybe David knew about her.
I don't think
whereabouts
she
the
was kept
entire
hidden in a
time.
basement. I think they were dating. I think like the situation was he was dating this Celeste girl. So like I think she like willingly, I think the situation is she willingly chose to run away from home to be with David. I think that's like the story that I think is running through my mind. I think the theory that I have is probably the best theory. I have the best theory. All right? My theory is the best theory. I think that this girl ran away from home to be with David so they could live together and whatnot, spend time together, be happy because they like love each other or whatnot. I think later down the line, she probably realized that maybe this is a bad idea and wanted to end the relationship, wanted it to end. She got over him, or maybe something happened where she missed home, misses her parents, misses somebody, and decided, I think I'm going to leave. And I think last minute decision, David thought, holy shit, this is going to ruin my career because, you know, people are going to find out I'm fucking around with a 13-year-old. So he killed her. I think that's what happened. Hi, Snails. Hi, Snails. Did you see the Labubu song that we listened to? Oh, this is the dark shit. Yeah. I'm more amazed and just kind of confused as to like, it's just, how do I put this? I feel like you just don't think people, I know it's maybe a warped mentality that people have of like famous people and whatnot. And I understand that that is a thing that you have to point out to everybody, is just like, you know, when you see famous people, it's not like that's them when you see them. Like they're probably someone else behind the screen. But like, it is crazy to me to think that this David guy is more like, I thought he was just, he seemed like a nice guy, right? He seems like a nice guy. He seems like a chill dude. You know, he used to be a Fortnite pro, found his way in music, made some pretty cool music. And I was like, oh man, yeah, everybody loves David. Everybody's like, yeah, I love that guy. I love that David guy. He makes great music and whatnot. He seems like a chill dude. Yeah. And then turns out he's like a fucking malicious creep pedophile. And he like brutally murdered this girl, like chopped her up into bits, or at least chopped her up a bit, and shoved her in the back of his car, man. Like, I don't know, that's like fucked. That's like evil. This guy's like really evil. Yeah, his songs are crazy in hindsight. I know, I was pointing it out. I literally was like, dude, you know, when you look at some of his music videos, it's like, wow, it's almost like he used the same attributes in the same girls, right? It's like, oh, they all look this way. You know, who looks like this? I don't know, maybe his fucking little girlfriend? Fuck. It's just it's so eerie, it's so weird now. You know, I know a lot of people like to say like, you could separate the art from the artist. I don't know how you could separate the art from the artist in the David stuff, because the music seems like it was made for her. So it's like you're listening to music from a dude who was singing about his, you know, 13-year-old girlfriend. It's like, oh, I don't know how to feel about that. That's like really weird. Hi, Nate. David is sweet on kids. Pinecone
And
Dome.
kept her like heavily away from her family, restricted, blah 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 blah. Who knows? I'm speculating right now. I can't wait for more information to come out. I really want to know. How much people knew. David had with a 13-year-old Celeste, amongst having matching tattoos and lying about her age in public. It cannot get any worse than this. Lock this monster up, kill this girl, even if it was indirect. So we have images of apparently conversations between them.
Let's see this. I made it. It can bleed and not bleed during. Oh, because you probably did it when you were younger. I didn't, because oh, okay. With Gus, I was just drunk and did it because he got mad at me the first time for not having sex with him. See, this is my theory of like, maybe there is a circumstance where this girl was like being passed around in some sort of like, she was like, you know, maybe what is it called? Sex. She's being like sex trafficked or some shit. But I just don't know. Like, again, like matching tattoos and stuff would entail that he has like a deeper connection with her than just like, oh, he's just meeting her for sex. Like, they're like hanging out and they're dating and they're like seeing each other enough to get like matching tattoos. The matching tattoo stuff is insane to me too, because, you know, again, she's a teenager. You can't even get tattoos as a teenager. So I don't know who they're going to for their tattoos. This guy's like, what, is he fucking paying guys off to give him and his fucking teenage girlfriend tattoos? Like, shit, dude.
Them or conversation between people. These might not be
Listen
true.
up,
These
Marcus.
might not
Just
be real.
because
I
you
will
don't
probably
get it
edit
doesn't
this out.
mean it's
These are
bad.
definitely real Instagram screenshots. I'm not sure if these are related.
My bad, Chris. I'm sorry. Gonna check up on you. I don't want to talk to anyone. That's it. Okay, yes, of course. But you have to swear you're gonna stay safe. You still gonna talk to David or go back with him, because I don't want you to get into any more trouble with him. I'm safe. No, I'm not. Love you. I'll text you about a week. Don't delete Insta.
Related to the artist David though. So take these with a grain of salt, but I'm very like, you know, still very curious. How did this person even get these screenshots?
Like I said, it's like he said, I don't know if some of these messages are true or not, but from some of the pictures that we're seeing, at least from just the pictures that are legit, right? Pictures of him hanging out with her and the matching tattoos and all that stuff. It does seem like he was in a relationship with her. And the Discord messages, I do actually believe, are pretty legit from my understanding. Now, I never read them.
Unless
I've never read them.
Screenshots were taken all from one source, because this is a screenshot posted on Instagram stories of them having FaceTime. So they could have all came from the same source. Maybe these were all posted on the same area. I would like to know. I would like to know more. But everything that is highly speculatory, I'm not going to add to the main VOD. I'm just going to go through some stuff for the sake of like getting more information. And another interesting tidbit, which a lot of people have been pointing out, her date of birth is September 7th. David released music video,
which is crazy. September 7th is when Romantic Homicide it was released. When did he release these music videos? November 23rd. Okay. But Romantic Homicide being released on September 7th, either that's a coincidence or he really... Oh my god, man. Because wait, he knew her... How long ago did he know her? He knew her when she was 11, right? Was this made during a time that he knew her? Gamma puts freaky ass background music on, man. I don't know why he does that.
video or the song for Romantic Homicide. On
That can't that can't be a coincidence, right? Like, he released this on September 7th, and it's just coincidental that this one specific day that he decided to release a song about him killing the girl that he loves and not regretting it and stuff. It's on the day of the girl that he is like in a relationship with, whose birthday is September 7th, who he kills later down the line, like years later. Like, that's just like, that to me, it can't be a coincidence. Like, I feel like that has to be like linked in some way. Like, at least he released it on September 7th because like it was for her or something. He did it the year before too. They met when she was 11, apparently. Yeah. So he was 17 and she was 11 when they met. And in 2022, how old was he? Yeah, so they knew each other at this time then, right? Because he's... Let's see. He's 20. So he would have been 17, I believe, right? Yeah, you put songs out on her birthday a couple years in a row. Yeah, that just can't be a coincidence, man. That's actually so crazy. 17 and 11, Jesus. I heard he was 16, she was 11, but could be wrong. He might have been 16 at the time, possibly. That could be the case. He could have been 16 at the time, then his birthday happened. But yeah, I mean, either way, I don't care if he's like 17. That's a massive gap. That's an insane gap, right? That's a ridiculously large gap. I don't know how you're even meeting this girl in the first place, right? I don't know how this David guy knows her, to be brutally honest. I don't know if she was just from maybe the hometown and he just knows her from like school friends or something. I have no fucking clue. Either way, it doesn't matter. Still insane.
2022, September 7th as well.
Can we get eyes on the
Now, if
snails
you actually
person?
take a
Honestly,
look
we should.
Some of these
Snails
lyrics,
person might kill
as
somebody.
people have been pointing out, they didn't quite age well. Now, to be clear,
Back of my
gonna be rational
mind,
here.
I
the
killed
likelihood,
you.
the likelihood
I
of some of
didn't
these
even
lyrics being
regret
directly
it.
correlated to this murder or this death case is,
But see,
you know,
But see, that's the part that blows my mind, right? Now that I listen to the Romantic Homicide song and it's released on her birthday, and he has a few songs released on her birthday, and he knew this girl when he made this song. Has this guy like been thinking about like killing her for years? Like, is this like something that's just dead ass been in the back of his mind? Like he like dead ass had been thinking about it. Like he had been thinking about like wanting to kill her. This guy is I don't know, man. I don't know,
there might
man.
be some
God.
correlation, but I wouldn't say it's like concrete. I wouldn't say it's definite. For all we know, this girl died a month ago. This girl died 2 months ago. And some of these lyrics were written before her death, right? It's like...
Well, they
but
were written before her death. Yeah, these lyrics were written before her death. Very obviously. The song came out 3 years ago. But I think the overall point is like, the song is like, in the back of my mind, I killed you, right? So like, it's more so saying like, he's thinking about murdering her. He's thinking about killing her. And now that we have this concept of like, this is released on her birthday, he had this fucking, this 11 to 13-year-old girl in his home, living with him, dating her, having sex with her, all this stuff. Like, and especially when we see all these other songs where they're clearly seems like he is romanticizing this teenage girl in the music videos and whatnot. And the song clearly seems like it's made for her now that we look at it. It's like, it seems like almost like as if this guy's been in his mind, he's been thinking about like physically like harming her. Maybe that could be a stretch, maybe. And it's just a coincidence that his song is about like, oh, in the back of my mind, I'm going to kill you. And then later down the line, he kills her. But I don't know. It just seems so, specific. It's just so, XQC will solve this case before the cops. Yeah. Didn't XQC come across like, wasn't he the one that pointed out the whole, why are the girls in his music videos look eerily similar to her? Isn't he the one that like pointed out like some, he's doing the fucking detective work. Come on, cops. You're letting XQC beat you. I wouldn't be surprised if he was hitting her. See, that's the thing. That's why I say like my theory feels more so like, I think he was, I think she was in the relationship, and then later down the line, she probably was like, I think I want to leave. And I think once he realized that she wants to leave, or he felt like she was about to leave or leave him or run away, either he was upset because she was leaving him and he's like, I'm just obsessed with her, or second, like he's worried about, obviously having sex with a 13-year-old's terrible. And if this gets out to the public, I'm screwed. So he just decides to kill her, which I think is probably what happened. Reminds me how the Menendez brothers wrote a script where they kill their parents. Chat. 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 Dust Bunny.
But I can't help but to say, that some of these lyrics definitely.
He seemed possessive. Yeah, he seemed very
poorly.
possessive. From all the things that we've seen,
mind,
it
I
seems
killed
like
you.
he was very.
I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true.
Like emo boys. Like
Very,
those
very
weird
important.
fucking emo boys that are just like. Like, you're my kitten and only my kitten. You know those guys? That's what David seems like. When you look through like all the things that he was doing, it seemed like he was like, she's mine, only mine kind of thing.
Fortunately, very, very unfortunately, you know, aged lyrics. You told me once that I was crazy. I said,
nothing,
"Baby
Dust
girl, I know."
Bunny.
Don't forget these two. He's sick. People have been posting this all over.
Yeah,
the internet,
these
by
are the
the way.
reposts. The fucking David,
David
me
was
if I see her
reposting
talking
these
with other
on TikTok.
dudes.
Me if I see her talking with other dudes, chopping some chicken, right?
Me after hearing about her past.
with other boys, I'm jealous and utterly disgusted by her actions.
And it's the fucking it's the American Psycho scene. I mean, like, dude.
I mean, if we were to compare this with that previous post that we saw, with the, the Instagram DMs, maybe she did discuss her relationship with other guys, which seems to be something that she did. And this is the scene from American Psycho where he uses a nail gun to, well, he actually lets this girl
Where's
go.
Dasali
He
when I
doesn't-
need
well,
her?
he doesn't
Honestly,
kill her,
I don't know, man.
at least
Dasali usually comes out at night. I'll be brutally
if I recall
honest.
correctly. And there's this that he's reposting. Imagine we were two cannibals in the late 80s who randomly met, then we fell in love and tried to be better and start life together. Like, at the time, maybe these are just innocent, like, haha, relatable posts.
Well, yeah. You see, at the time, this is like relatable. Not relatable, but these are like reposts. Like, he's like that emo boy. Like, oh, I just love my like girlfriend. And all these like, oh, cutesy. Like, I love my girlfriend. I love her so much. Imagine we were like, oh, I love like crazy girls. Oh, I'm like crazy too. Like, oh, we're crazy. I'm just so madly in love with you. But now when you like kind of piece this all together, this guy was like kind of he was kind of messed up in the head.
Right, but
She was
in
just here. Maybe
retrospect,
you scared her off. She was just here.
with the
Really?
with the
I didn't see her.
current events that are going on, it adds a whole new meaning.
I mean, Dust Bunny, you
It
might have
adds a
scared
whole
her
new
away.
meaning to
You
this.
honestly,
It adds a
you've
whole
been
new meaning
scaring
to
the hus
David's
recently.
behavior and what he was getting up to. Me watching her scream after I poured boiling water in her after she told a boy happy birthday because you happy he made it another year.
That's crazy.
Very, very.
And he was reposting
This
that
is all
too.
just adding retrospective meaning. Yeah, of course. I still think it's at least a little bit interesting to go through. Need to repost this because it makes so much sense. David's odd obsession with Celeste / possible incriminating evidence. Theory: Celeste Rivas Hernandez was killed all the way back before the 8th of June. I'm not sure. According to the report of her missing body, the body was heavily decomposed and chopped up. But heavily decomposed could have been like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Maybe it could have been up to June. Then you have to take into consideration the time that David was touring, if he was the one responsible and not somebody else like his manager. Of course, I'm speculating. This is all
Yeah,
speculation.
see,
this
that's
is
the
all theory.
problem is like how long has she been dead for? Because that's what confuses me is, I mean, it could be a planned out, it could have been a planned out murder. It could have been a planned out murder where he decided to kill her right before tour so that it made it look like, oh, well, I've been on tour this whole time, so I couldn't have killed her, right? Like, there's no way I couldn't have killed her. That doesn't make any sense. And he might have done it. He might have just planned it out and it's something he wanted to do, like, just before. This is a very, like, dude, he is like, you know those, like, fucking guys who are, like, so obsessed with this, like, it's not just guys, it's girls and guys, but you know how, like, people get, like, so obsessed with, like, a person in their life that it's either, like, how do I explain this? You know, like, Twitch streamers, like, those females who, like, have dudes who will, like, unironically show up to their house and, like, do something violent because they're like, if I can't have you, nobody can. Like, that's what David is. That's crazy. I wouldn't think too hard on the lyrics, to be honest. He doesn't. I doubt he has the ability to foreshadow his own actions. Yeah, but I think it's more so like it is a thought in his mind, right? Like the song in itself is him saying in the back of my mind, you died, I killed you, right? And I think that's maybe just like he's genuinely like speaking out like his thoughts into a song. Like, you know, like that could be like a thought process going through his mind is like he genuinely wants to like murder this girl, you know? Toxic attachment type shit, fatherless behavior. I mean, yeah, I mean, he has insane attachment to this girl to the point where like he's putting women that look like her in music videos, and clearly it's like he's releasing songs on her birthday and stuff. I mean, it's like, oh fuck, it's clearly a situation Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like it's very clear that this is a situation of like, if I can't have you, nobody can, right? And I love you so much that I want to fucking murder you. Like, I want to kill you.
To be clear, nobody should be believing a lot of this with,
Thanks to Soy Adam. Mark for me, Marta.
I'm Rao. Thank you for the $5, Dust Bunny. Wait, Dust Bunny, that's the first time you've ever donated. What the hell? What? Thank you for the 5. That's such a random. That's so random. What the hell?
any legitimacy, just to make sure that we're doing some ethical reporting of information. Depending on the longevity of the decomposition, we don't really know if this theory is true or not. Of course not. But to continue on with the theory, I believe that after killing Celeste, David's obsession with her would not go away, and that he would look for someone to fill her place. This is where Celeste Herrera enters. 2 different Celestes? As seen in the 2 photos.
I think this Celeste Herrera thing is silly. Because, like, I mean, it could be the case that maybe there is 2, but this would suggest that the original girl, right, the original Celeste, died a long time ago. Like, she would have been dead. I feel like she should have been dead a while ago then. Like, would he just replace her with a new Celeste is kind of the thing. I mean, that could be the case. Is that he did just replace Celeste with a girl that looks like Celeste. Maybe, like, similar, same name, same looks, whatnot. Hi, Rao. Mark is barking for other men. Oh, true. You did probably donate $1 for, like, a song or something, I think, once.
The new Celeste is wearing the exact same jacket that the deceased one was last seen with. Interesting. This leads me to believe that David knew of Celeste's death and gave the new Celeste her jacket after she was killed. And ironically, XQC went and discovered that many of David's songs and music videos premiered on Celeste Hernandez's birthday, contributing to the fact that David was obsessed with her. I definitely did believe that there was like some sort of like romantic obsession with this
This
girl.
theory just seems... I don't know. This theory to me seems so planned. Like, this seems like this brother had this planned out to a T. You know what I mean? And I just don't know how much this is true. It's like I said, I feel like the theory that I have seems like the most reasonable, logical theory. It seems like he just had a massive obsession with this girl that he'd been dating for years. She started living with him, ran away from home to live with him. And then the idea is probably she probably didn't want to be in the relationship anymore, or she maybe got tired of it or started talking to other guys. And this guy clearly has some massive obsession to the point where, like, if she's talking to other dudes or something, he's like upset at her or pissed at her. And that's the thing. There's a lot of dudes who get like that. Like I said, I point that out with like Twitch streamers, like these like female Twitch streamers who have these like dudes who, there was a case I don't know how long ago this was, but one of the Twitch streamers had a guy who lit her car on fire because, it's kind of this like, there's these dudes who are just like, if I can't have you, no one can, right? Like they see you getting attention from other dudes in chat and they get fucking angry because you're giving attention to other guys, right? Like, and I think this is a similar situation where it's like, she's probably just, it could just be as simple as talking to another guy about something as like wishing him a happy birthday or saying like something kind to another guy. And this David guy is just like, nope. So he just like, he is so obsessed with her that it could be a case of like, simply put, like he killed her because he just is so obsessed with her, he wanted to kill her. Or like I said, my theory is she probably wanted to end the relationship, or she was kind of not reciprocating things as much and she was starting to talk to other guys, and out of fear of like losing her, and also out of fear of like, what's the public going to think of me dating a 13-year-old, he probably killed her. Like, he decided to like murder her. I think that's what happened. Because the reason why I say that is that if this was like a planned thing, right? Like if this was a planned thing where he replaces the Celeste with another Celeste, putting her in your car. Hi, Rice Milk. Hi, Rice Milk. Yeah, it has been a while. Putting her in your car and then having your car get impounded seems like a massive misstep, right? Like if this was a planned thing, you wouldn't put her in your car with the risk of your car getting towed and impounded. You know what I mean? Like that just doesn't make sense to me, because it's your car, it's licensed in your name. I mean, obviously you're gonna get caught when you do that. And it's like, if this is some planned thing where he was gonna replace her with a new Celeste, it's like you would think this guy would at least have the brain power to think, maybe where am I gonna put the vehicle? Should I dump the vehicle somewhere? Should I, you know, trash the vehicle, or should I dump the body somewhere else? Like I should probably put it somewhere more reasonable, not in a car where while I'm on tour it gets towed and it's under my fucking name. You know what I mean? It's like, well, shit. It's scary how even with so much info, we will keep guessing, because killing is just so incomprehensible to the average person. Like, what do you mean he made a song about it? It's just, dude, it's the David stuff is just so weird to me. This is like I don't think I've ever seen a case like this before with like a famous person. I know that famous people have done horrible things in my lifetime, and I've gotten caught doing horrible things, but this is a case of like, whoa, you know? Especially somebody that's in like the same age range as like me, right? He's got to be sort of crazy to just leave her there. I just got off. Hi, Mira. Hi. Morale been awful quiet since they found the body. True. Morale could have been in on it, to be fair.
On David's part,
Go to
the
your
fact that a lot of this relationship started, I want to say, very early into his career. This relationship has been known of for like several years up until this point. A lot of people close to him and a lot of people around him definitely knew. It's entirely possible that he was heavily obsessed with this girl. Reason for murder: some people speculate that Celeste Fernandez wanted to leave David and go back home, but David would not allow her because he knew that if anyone found out about the relationship, his career would be ruined.
His career would be ruined, so he decided to kill her.
Possibly that might be a motive, but
I do think that yes, his career, like he's thinking like it could ruin my career, but I think it's more like he probably killed her in the idea that like he's so obsessed with her, I don't want to lose her, so he kills her. But that is probably racing through his mind as well, is like, if she just leaves me, right, there's a good chance that people find out, and then I'm screwed, because, you know, I'm dating a fucking 13-year-old. I'm dating a 12-year-old. I'm dating an 11-year-old, you know, like I'm fucked. I'm completely fucked. So
incredibly obsessive.
Hi, Cody.
Maybe he was a very possessive boyfriend that believed that, you know, letting someone go is the ultimate way of losing somebody, so he killed her out of rage. There's so many different ways that you can interpret this. Also, somebody pointed this out, which actually caught my attention quite a bit. Maybe a reach, which I agree, and I'm glad that people are, you know, I'm glad that some people are acknowledging the fact that they're speculating. Maybe a reach, but the fact that David has a girl,
I don't think it's that much of a reach.
Music videos is insane.
I don't think it's that much of a reach, because we're seeing a lot of evidence to suggest that like he's extremely obsessed with her, right?
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of evidence that this guy had a massive obsession with the Celeste girl. It does not surprise me in the slightest that his music videos contain women that look eerily similar to Celeste. Like, the only difference with this girl in Celeste is like her hair was a bit curlier. Like, very eerily similar looking women, and it's all like songs about love, and, you know, these are love songs and whatnot, and it's like almost every one of them is a girl that looks just like Celeste. It's like, man, it's like, damn. Just curious about a conviction or something at this point. I don't know. I can't imagine this guy's gonna get away with this. I feel like there's enough evidence to suggest that this guy really did like kill this girl, or at least he has something to do with her death. You know, hell, the kidnapping aspect, she was clearly surrounded with him, or at least living with him, or maybe living somewhere near him or something. I don't know. The court case is going to be crazy.
They do look very similar.
They look
It's
super
like
similar.
almost undeniable how similar they look. Apparently, people were talking about David in some subreddits in the past. This guy is a pedophile from what I've heard. My sister, who is now in 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader. Let's call her C. C would stand for Celeste. We've gone trips with him to LA. They're all in 9th grade now, and it turns out C's friend knew that he would pay them to keep their mouths shut. C has been missing for over a month now, and no one knows her whereabouts. There's definitely something here going on. There's a picture of David and Lake Elsinore paying kids off that they took. They had this picture before the body was discovered, and now it's being posted around by those kids. A bunch of these images being posted around. Again, a lot of this is purely speculation, so who knows how much of this is true.
Dude, imagine all this is just not true. imagine all this is just not true, and then he's just innocent. I can't imagine that's true though.
Important to like just take all of this information.
Pinecone Dog, yeah, we had to pull out
but still,
Pinecone Dog
it is
today.
incredibly suspicious. how
I'm
much
sad
of
I missed the
it's, like,
beginning.
adding
It's
up.
okay. We really
A lot of
just
this
all
makes
we
me-
really did was we ranked the coffee. I tried Phil's, I tried Blue Bottle, and I added Phil's, I added Nirvana, I tried Blue, I tried Pete's, and I tried Paris. The only ones I haven't tried are these three now. I'm gonna make it a mission, all right, Chad. I'm gonna make it a mission to try different coffee places, add them to this list, and we're gonna make like an ultimate coffee tier list. All right, ultimate coffee tier list. That's what we're gonna do.
Seem like insane.
Mirror
coincidence,
Cooking
but
Fent
dude,
Classic. True.
Dude, it's actually crazy how much of this just like just lines up so fucking much. And now, finally, what I want to go through is some of these Discord logs, which again, take with very
Yes,
heavy
this is what I
speculation.
have not read. I have not read
David
the
Discord chat
logs.
shows matching names to Lester Hernandez. Not a good look at all. Looks like some people knew.
Okay. This is the stuff that I did not get to see or read. Drank, Capo, Billy not gonna get no David song. Drop the one with the missing girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Oh. At everyone, I'm in a song crisis right now. Drop the one with the missing girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Interesting. Especially you, Kyle. Oh man, I'm snitching. Can we get Miles
Drop
X
the one
David,
with the
please?
missing girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. David, at everyone.
That is, see, that is very like weird that this person is, yeah. God, dude, this is looking evil. Oh, is the stream loading? Is it loading? Is it lagging? Skill issue? Oh, I see. Skill issue. Like, see, that's just so, that can't just be like a coincidence. It just can't be. Okay. It can't. Okay. This is in a Discord server. There's plenty of missing people. All right. There's plenty. You know? Drop the one with the missing girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Like, come on.
I'm in a song crisis right now. This was posted on 8/15/2024.
It's a year ago.
Dude.
Disconnected from Skate. I really want to play Skate. I've been seeing more Skate. I really want to play it.
Dude.
I thought your bio. I haven't finished Nana. It's so good though. I love it. At David Celestin here. Hi David Bark. I just joined. Lol.
Celeste, I just joined. 10/23/2022.
10/23/2022. I just joined. So just joined the Discord. I'd probably assume that he knew her before joining the Discord server as well. So obviously they clearly, at least from the latest they've met, the latest they met is 10/23, but I can't imagine they just met in 10/23. Unless he really did just meet her through Discord, but I can't imagine he met her just through Discord, especially since like he lived in an area with her, nearby enough for her to, run away with him and stuff. I'd imagine he probably knew her. That's what I'm wondering is like, how did he know her? Was it really just a Discord thing or, is this like a girl that he knew from like high school friends that knew her or something? He was like seeing her in public and met her in public or whatnot.
Bro, we do not need to know that about bro.
You do not need to know that about bro. I don't know. I know he never had a girlfriend, but who knows? He might have had a sneak. He has a girlfriend. Pretty sure he dating right now. What? Yeah, her name is Celeste. He said he was never in a relationship on his story. She's so pretty. Show me.
3/28/24. I don't know, which was a month before she was reported missing. Never had a GF, but who knows? He might have had a snake. He has a GF. Pretty sure he's dating right now.
Yeah, and this is in
Name is Celeste.
2024.
But he was never in a relationship on his story. She's a dude.
Okay.
I'm inclined to believe that these are real, like that these are real messages. I'm inclined to believe that these are like that these are legitimate. I
Did
don't-
someone prove that this is David, or at least this is like does he have a Discord server? Maybe he might have a Discord server. He was a pro Fortnite player, so him having a Discord server makes sense. It does make sense. He was a pro Fortnite player before this. But I mean, is there proof that like the David dude? I mean, he is saying I'm in a song crisis right now. I mean, he does make music, but I don't know. I'd like to know if this is like actually David or
I
not.
don't want to say that they are as a definite, but I am inclined to believe that they are. I just don't see how you would be able to fake these. It even has like even the animated.
True. Thank you to Marcus, baby.
These must have been like they must have gone through like some high effort editing.
Yeah, you'd have to go through an immense amount of effort in editing to make, because these are from a year ago. The other messages are from there's other ones where she joined in 2022. I mean, like, it's like what Jimbo said, bro. David's cooked. Like, either this guy has one of the, like I said, what Jimbo said, either David has one of the craziest, most vindictive nemesises of all time, where this guy is so anti-David, so bad, that he is framing a death on him that never actually happened. And this is all just getting faked by some crazy guy who really hates David, right? Or David really does have something to do with this. And I think it's pretty obvious.
Make these look as authentic as they do. I think Celeste was one of his GFs. This was posted 2 months ago. Dude. So people definitely knew. That's insane. Invites are paused. This person was apparently kicked out from the server, and they have a screen recording of the information as well. Dude.
Okay.
Alright, so I think it's safe to say in this situation that these screenshots are not fake.
Get this
I think it
Gamma
is
guy
very
off
safe
the
to say that these
fucking
screenshots are not
mic. Sorry, man.
Dude, actually
I know he's hard to
insane
listen
story.
to.
Actually insane story. The conclusion on the situation is that it's definitely not looking good. All of the information suggests that he's incredibly guilty, but you never know what could happen in investigations like these.
I'm sorry. I would flip my shit if this guy goes free. I'd flip my shit if this guy goes free. Unless there is something that just is like textbook, yeah, he didn't do it, and this is all just bullshit. He clearly has something to do with this. Like, even if he didn't kill her, right? Even if he didn't kill her, he had a relationship with her. She was like, fucking, he met her when she was 11. And from my understanding, they probably, it seems like they had sex. It seems like sex was on the table for these guys. He clearly did more than just, it's not just killing, it's other shit on top of that too. And if this guy just gets to walk scot-free, I feel like that's like fucking insane. It's modern day OJ, bro. We're talking about modern day OJ if this guy fucking walks free, okay? The op smoked his shotty and put her in his whip. Maybe.
You never know if he was actually the person that was responsible for her murder or her death or her disappearance. So right now, while it looks bad, it is incredibly difficult to say. But it's not looking good. given
Like
the
this,
fact that he
the
has
amount of
cancer,
evidence that we
conflict.
have just feels, the amount of evidence we have is, I feel like, enough to, kind of say, hey, I think that I'm confident this guy's going to serve time in jail. I'm very confident that he's going to serve time in jail with what we're seeing. Because after doing more what am I saying? I'm assuming once the police do more, investigating, looking into things, piecing more things together, they're probably going to link the killing back to him. I mean, it seems very likely that they're going to link most of this stuff back to him. We're just learning about this, and I feel like there's more story than we don't even know fully, the full story. I actually just looked up David. I don't know how much of this is true, but it does say that it did say something on the lines of like he's like moved all his shit from his home. Yeah, David's mansion emptied by movers as mystery of Body in car, mystery of body in car continues. I wonder how much. You know what's really funny too is my friend actually had tickets to go to his concert. My friend, when I went to Cali, when I went to San Jose, my friend had tickets to his concert. And I looked at him and I was like, brother, he's canceling. You're not gonna go. I was like, he's not gonna do it.
As well as
Like,
fly back
dude.
to California probably for an investigation. So, who knows? Time will tell. Time will tell. It's entirely possible that he might be innocent, but I don't know how likelihood that chance is. I'm not sure how high the chances of him being innocent are. But anyways, this is actually like such a fucking insane story. And it's the most interesting.
No, that is actually a fair statement, Tyrone. If he didn't do it, don't you think he would have publicly been looking for her once she was missing? That is a fair statement to point out, actually, because yes, that makes sense, right? Because she was seen with him, right? And all these pictures and images are like things where she's in the like images and stuff. Like he clearly knew of her, he knew about her. She goes missing, and now he's not, doing anything to look for her, right? He's not making any efforts to look for her, nothing of a sort. The person who actually said Gamma here said that the person who said that in his Discord got kicked out of the Discord. So interesting. Girl goes missing, and when you point it out in his Discord server, you just get kicked out. Weird. Frame those tickets. I wish, bro, they're digital tickets, man. We get digital ones these days, man. Fuck. If those were like fucking, dude, I am pissed because I'm pissed off because my wife wanted to go to a David concert. Back when I went to my first ever concert, we saw tickets for a David concert in like a week. And I was just like, man, I don't want to spend the money. We shouldn't go. And now part of me is like, wouldn't that have been kind of not cool, but kind of like, whoa. We just went to one of his concerts and now we're finding out like this guy is like, this guy's a fucking insane person. I thought she ran away for like a year with him and that's why she was missing. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. But I think what Tyrone is kind of saying is like, if this girl was missing and he actually didn't do any of this and she wasn't with him or anything, and this was different people, who killed her, right? You would think that he would be, like, oh my God, she went missing. Can we like, he'd probably post stuff about how like, hey, this girl's gone missing. Need help finding her, right? Like he knew her and stuff. There's pictures with her and him, right? Like clearly she's missing because she's probably with David, not because she's not with David, right? Like she's with him because there's pictures of him and her together. He knows the girl. He knows who she is. It's weird that once she goes missing, it's just all of a sudden it's, kick people out of the server that mention it. Don't talk about it. We don't know this bitch. We don't know this girl. We don't know her. Right? But it's like, clearly you do.
Interesting story that I think I've covered in the last couple of months. So I'm glad that I got to,
Oh, Snell, the tickets were
today
for
to
like
talk about
a
this.
week,
Genuinely.
last week.
This is perfect for the timing. October's
It was like
around
right
the
when
corner.
the situation
Everybody
happened.
loves
It
a
got
disturbing mystery like
canceled.
this. I very much enjoyed.
hopefully you
very
got
much enjoyed,
refunds.
this topic and discussing this topic.
Jesus Christ, what is that title? Rape kids? What?
What are the updates in regards to David, who has currently been exposed for having a dead body in his Tesla trunk of a 15-year-old girl, or would have been 15-year-old girl? She was probably younger when she died, unfortunately. May her soul rest in peace. As it turns out, he had to cancel his most recent concert and cancel his tour overall as he went back.
Cancel his most recent concert. Yeah, that was the one. That was the one that my friend was supposed to go to. His most recent concert. He canceled his tour completely when it came. He canceled the one beforehand. So there was one in Seattle he was going to do, and then that one got canceled and moved. And then he was coming to San Jose to do a concert. They hadn't canceled it until the day of. They canceled it on the day of, and that's when I believe he announced that he was canceling the tour altogether. Like the tour is done. No tour, I believe. So it's kind of
to California,
crazy.
presumably for a investigation into this case. He has been cooperating with authorities, so I would assume that's the case. Let's see what's going on. This tour canceled in the wake of homicide investigation. Looked like David's tour is studying in the U.S. His two Paris dates have also been canceled. So internationally, he's canceled everything. Like straight up, he's just canceled everything. I have to make it very clear. A lot of people are currently jumping the gun and saying that he absolutely is guilty. And while emotionally, irrationally, it is my irrational opinion that he probably did commit this crime, it's entirely possible that he didn't commit it.
Yeah,
The most you could
on a
argue-
very slim chance. All right, like listen, Gamma's right. Obviously, there is a chance they didn't do anything, and obviously, you kind of have to just wait for everything to happen and come out and whatnot, and get a verdict and whatnot, like go court case, all this stuff, right? We got to get all this done first. But I mean, it's insane the amount of evidence to suggest that he knew her, that he, was aware of her. Clearly seems like he was dating her. It's like, did he kill her? Maybe not. There is maybe a chance that someone else did truly kill her, and it wasn't him who killed her. But the idea that, she went missing, he knew about her while she was missing. He was aware of her, right? All that stuff. It just, again, to me, it screams that this guy, at least bare minimum, right? Bare minimum, he was in a relationship with this girl. Probably did sexual things with her. Most likely, you're in a relationship with her. You probably did. At least bare minimum, that's what he did. And he didn't actually kill her, which is still, in my opinion, pretty bad, right? Like, that is, enough to say, like, yeah, you should probably not have a career anymore, when we find out you're, like, fucking a 13-year-old, right?
Argue, in my opinion, right now, without enough evidence, is that.
But again, the
he
chances
definitely
of him
engaged
not,
in a pedophilic
the
relationship.
chances, right? The chances of him not being at least somewhat guilty, or at least having to do with something of her murder, is, I'm gonna be brutally honest, it's probably like fucking the tiniest chance. I did ping my server. I added everybody. I added everyone on my announcements. Silly. But yeah, like the chances, because it's just, there's so much that lines together in this story. There's so much that lines up together that it's like, man, it just doesn't. It's just like, how could this be somebody else unless there's just like another line to the story that we're missing, or something in the story that we're missing that maybe David really didn't do it or something. Like, I just don't know.
Or definitely shouldn't have.
Ping us again.
I don't know what else, how else.
Hi,
to say
Shinny.
this
Hi,
without
Clover.
Just having a really
You
strong
might
emotional
not have
reaction.
pings turned off.
Like this relationship is absolutely gross, and it's insane that there were
us
thousands of
again.
people that were somewhat aware.
You want me to add
People saw
everyone
th-
again?
Like this girl in his live streams. People were aware of this girl within his own server. They were talking about her. There were pictures of them together. Like they were seen together so many times.
Yeah.
And nobody batted an eye. And some people were aware of the age difference as well, and nobody batted an eye. Like people around this girl genuinely just let her down in every conceivable way. Nobody stepped in and said, "Hey, this is horrible. You shouldn't."
That's what I mean. Like, the people around her let her down, especially her family, right? Like listen, I'm sorry. I know that sounds crazy to say, because I know their parents did lose a daughter, right? And that's like fucked up. But I don't know, man. Like, my kid goes missing, and it's like, you're not thinking your kid's missing because of they're hanging with a fucking famous person, right? This one's with a famous person. So I feel like it's almost like, man, I feel like you can find out that, hey, I know where she is. I found her. I don't know. You do enough digging, right? Just work hard enough to try to find your kid. And I feel like you're gonna find her, right? Like, I feel like you're gonna find her when they're with a fucking famous person taking pictures with them and shit. Like, I'd understand if there's like no pictures, right? There's no pictures of them together. There's nothing of them together or anything. There is pictures of them together. Like, it's just like, oh, there's messages. There's like fucking messages of, I think, like you said, I could be wrong about this, but I thought it was her sister. I believe it's her sister or somebody who's her friend or something, talking about her boyfriend's name being David. It's like, oh, whoa, whoa, that's our guy.
be doing this.
Maybe they
It's
saw the
just-
post
it's
but
just
couldn't do
unfortunate.
anything. Maybe.
So, it's only partially true.
Maybe?
It's just certain days that have been canceled. A streamer turned musician was also scheduled to attend an event at the Grammy Museum on Wednesday, September 24, but his name has been quietly removed from the main event page on the web. Remember, Celeste's mom told TMZ she was aware Celeste was.
Hmm. Oh. Yeah, Grammy Museum in California. Yeah. Yeah, on the 24th. Or no, not on the 24th. Is it the 24th? It might have been the one before that then. I didn't know he had one on the 24th. Yesterday.
Dating someone named David. She had been missing for over a year when her body was found. Plus, we obtained footage that shows David.
As an
David Garrett,
employed
and
person
Celeste
who accepts that cops can't do everything, I can empathize. I mean, maybe. I just don't know. I don't know how. Because she's an 11. Again, not 11, sorry. I'll go 13. I'll say this. She's 13, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like if the parents saw it and said, hey, this guy has my daughter to the police, like, this is my daughter, she's gone missing, I feel like police have to step in at some point. Is Marcus actually black? That's what you read it as? Well, I mean that is the title. Shitty, I mean you're reading it right. I was gonna say, you're reading it right, Shinny. That's the title.
together in the past.
Wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? What's good, David? Big fan, big spot me. Oh, thank you, Mitch.
Oh shit, my mic was muted. What the fuck? My mic was muted. Okay, dude. Whatever, dude. Fuck. Sorry, I was saying 13 with a tattoo that the mom knew about. Mom was willfully ignorant of what her kid did. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking is like, dude, you know, I don't know. Well, okay, 13 with a tattoo. The tattoo might have happened while she was, you know, missing. But I will say that it does feel like as if at least the parents were ignorant of what their kid was getting themselves into. Like they just weren't paying attention to what their kid was doing. And that does like piss me off a little bit because like I said, this is a famous person. She went missing with a famous person. I feel like this could have been avoided very easily, right? Like the death of her could have been avoided so easily, right? It's just, you know, because she's in videos with him. She's hanging out with him. You know, she's with him. You know, it's like, I feel like somebody would have taken notice of this and then pointed it out sooner, but nothing happened, which is just crazy to me. Mom recognized the tattoo. Oh, the mom recognized the tattoo. Okay, so she knew about the tattoo. Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't want to be a dick and be like, oh, you know, poor parents, like, poor parenting, like really bad parenting, but it's just like, holy shit, man. Like, I mean, one, I would never let my kid have a tattoo at fucking whatever age she got it at, dude. Like, that's one thing, right? And if my kid went missing, I'd be searching. I'd be searching and searching and searching. And if I found out she was hanging out some famous guy, I'd be pushing to try to get her back as much as possible. And it just doesn't feel like that happened. It just doesn't feel like that went down at all. It feels like it was kind of ignored. So it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing.
Mitochondria? Appreciate you.
I gotta stop with him if you even.
We
We need to delete this.
Are we, Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
But given the fact
Why
that
does he sound kind of fruity, man? I didn't know David sounded like that. Why does he talk like that?
David was a former streamer, he did have some streamer connections with some people.
He did.
More notably, as has come out, Jason the Ween says he was never close with David amid ongoing investigation. These two cooperated.
That's oh my god, wait, yeah, they're right. He was a streamer, and yes, I knew he was a Fortnite player, pro player, but he was a streamer, so he did kind of have connections. Oh my god, wait. Some of these guys, man, some of these streamers knew him. I don't think any of them are involved. I don't think Jason the Ween is involved with the fucking death of this girl. Okay, I'll be brutally honest. Okay, I don't think Jason has anything to do with it.
A song before. I didn't know that actually.
Yeah. I feel like I need to speak on this, okay? You can be serious for a minute. Because the narrative that's been spun on Twitter.
Like Jason.
First off, I want to retract my statement. Obviously, the other day, I was defending David before all the new evidence came out. I do not condone anything that David has done or is doing, okay? That shit is wicked and it's just unbelievable.
I don't think Jason has anything to do with it. That'd be fucking insane. That'd be, dude, that would be genuinely baffling to me if this turns out to be some weird fucking thing where other streamers were helping covering up stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like that would be fucking insane. Imagine though, like imagine this is all just like, you know, just a syndicate. Like this is like our Epstein Island, you know, this is like our Epstein Island where it's like you have multiple like streamers who are like in on this shit, who like know about this like weird freak behavior from each other and they're just like in it together. That'd be fucking crazy. I will say though, David is a retard though and trying to act like he wasn't close friends. Jason is tormented enough. She's Latina, right? If her parents are second or third generation immigrants in the USA, they probably did not watch their kids. I've seen this with my aunts and uncles who just let their kids do anything. Really? That I mean, like, yeah, that could be the case where they're just kind of letting them do what they want. I think that's the case, right? Especially if the mom recognized a tattoo, then she knew about it. Her, you know, fuck. I'd imagine, you know, if they knew about the tattoo, she got it way back with David, and it's like, man, if I saw my kid come home with a tattoo at like 11 or 12, I'd be pissed. I'd be so mad.
One more thing. I want to say, the girl that I met named Celeste.
Actually, I think
at
Jason
Fade's
did
house
it.
Is not the same Celeste that was
Right. Good clearing up misinformation. Yeah, it's incredibly performative, but I mean,
killed.
it is incredibly performative, but like, I was going to comment on that, but I decided to let it slide because at the end of the day, the people that watch people like, you know, Jason the Ween take even though
Five
they don't
Gifted says
recognize it as
Jason did it.
they take it very seriously.
RIP to that.
They probably thought, dude, that was
Honestly, man, if Jason,
much.
I'm holding you to that, man. If we find out Jason's in on it and he actually did contribute, I'm holding you to that, man. I'm getting that 5 gifted. All right, you're handing me that 5 gifted. I got my first at
The way he
15 self
reacted,
done
it
with a
was
sewing
such
needle,
anger,
and I'd be
such visceral
pissed.
anger that
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. I think that's actually fucking insane. A sewing needle is ridiculous. Snails, you're evil. Yeah, dude, I'd be fucking angry if my kid came home with a tattoo. Tattoo at that age is just a bad idea. A few years out from a blurred, distorted mess once the skin grows out. Yeah, exactly. That's why you don't get it when you're young. Like I wouldn't care if my kids in the future got fucking tattoos. I don't give a fuck. But I mean, like, yeah, when you're teenagers, probably don't get tattoos. I mean, literally, I'm pretty sure you can't get a tattoo when you're a teenager. So it's like I said, it's like, man, damn, David's walking into a fucking, you know, a tattoo place, or at least he's getting it from somebody who's willing to do it for teenagers. It's like, damn, fuck. I think families from other countries are like, America's safer than our home countries, so we can chill on the parenting. I have to explain America's not safe to people fresh off the boat. I mean, true. That is true. Like, I will say America definitely is safer, but it's definitely not a place where you just let your kid roam, right? I wouldn't let my kid roam this, like, I wouldn't let my kid roam around. I mean, I'd let my kid have some fun, you know, hey, go hang out with some friends, you know, but I'm not letting them roam, do whatever they want with like random dudes that I don't know, you know. She had a fake ID, I think, that he probably got her. Yeah, probably. What if your adult kid got a tattoo of Sonic with tits? Honestly, I don't. That actually changes it completely. Disowned immediately.
You're looking at this right now, so
That girl.
if it makes an effect and makes people like understand that, you know, this guy is somebody.
Unless it was like a
obviously
bet.
disavowed, even if he
They
didn't
lost
actually
like a
murder the
bet.
girl,
If my kid lost a
at the very
bet,
least, he should be disavowed
here's
for
the thing.
having-
If my kid lost a bet and they had to get a tattoo, like, let's say like a dick on their ass or something. I mean, you lost a bet, man. You gotta, listen, you made the bet. Now you gotta live with it, man. Get the tattoo.
with a young girl.
But yeah.
That's so deep, bro. Yeah, so true.
Condolences to that girl and her family. That shit is fucking horrific.
With kidnapping a
Yeah,
woman in
let's
his
just move
garage,
on,
these
bro.
charges were later
Alright,
dropped for
one
sexual
thing I also
assault
wanna
and fraud
add.
charges for.
But yeah, let's just move
What
on,
is that
bro.
from, Shitty?
Condolences to that girl and her family. But yeah, let's just move on, bro. We gotta keep it pushing. We got Raxter and we got back
Our
to make.
children
Come on,
will
bro.
be scurrying around on the
Davis
streets like
situation.
rats.
Let me tell you about this Davis situation, bro. I don't condone anything he did. I retract everything I said about that guy.
I don't condone anything. I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. All right, I had dinner with him one time in a group setting, and then motherfuckers saying I'm best friends with him.
That's getting edited.
No, bro. That shit's fucking insane.
This is Aiden with Perry, bro. This is Aiden with Perry. Turns out Perry like kills somebody, and everybody's like, "Ooh, Aiden." You sound more Texan now, Gamma. Embrace your hillbilly genetics. True. This Jason guy is a moron. Yeah, he's a fucking moron. The way he talks about it too makes it seem so. It's like what someone said in the comments. It seems so performative. Like, dude, I'll be honest with you, man. Like, this is kind of like a, you know, I don't know. If I listen, here's how I'll put it. If I met somebody, like, let's say I met Mrao. Physically. I met Mrao physically, hung out with him, did stuff with him, make content with him. And then all of a sudden one day this guy's like actually like a fucking pedophile murderer. I would be like, you know, if I found out, I'd probably like, you know, I don't know if this is just me, but you know, it's again, it just seems super performative. Like he's just kind of playing it up like, you know, it's just like, if that were to happen, I probably wouldn't even stream. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I probably wouldn't even stream. I probably wouldn't even get on for a minute, you know, because that's like kind of scary, right? Like, it just, the thought of that is scary, right? Like, that would be rummaging around in my head all day, right? Stuff like that would just be kind of like, I'd just be like, damn. Oh. And obviously, I understand Jason's situation where he's saying, like, at the start, I defended David, which, like I said, me personally, when the David stuff came out, I just assumed that, you know, some guy probably dumped a body in his car. It turns out it's his car. Fucking convenient that it's David's car. That's what I assumed. I assumed it was dumped. Some guy dumped a body in David's car. So I get the whole, like, wanting to defend the guy, right? And be like, hey, guys, chill out. I don't think David actually killed anybody. You know, I don't think he actually did. And then you see all the evidence coming out, and now you got to be, like, serious. But it doesn't seem like Jason's taking it very serious, which is kind of silly to me. Disavow and disavow. Not shocked. I can't prove it, but I know. I just know he did it.
To be fair, people first thought maybe he was framed. But when that body was discovered to be a young minor named Celeste, people were investigating on David Hart. Here's a rundown. So far, what we know on him are these claims, speculation, allegations on him. David has been in a relationship with Celeste since she was either 11 years old. This is speculation. I'm not sure how true that is. Discord staff claims that the girl lied to her age and she knew the difference between an 11-year-old and 19-year-old, which is impossible to believe, in my opinion. David had the same matching tattoos as Celeste. This seems to be proven. Their music videos always have a woman who look awfully similar to Celeste. True. It's oddly uncanny. Previous video has that information.
David has a leak song named Celeste.
I'm not sure how true that is.
I don't know if that's true.
I'm not sure how true that is.
I don't know if I've
but
seen
I'll
that.
Search it up in a moment. Find out. David allegedly paid people to keep Celeste's age a secret. This we also covered in the previous video. David has mentioned on his Discord that he likes gore. True.
Wait, oh, that's true?
We do have a...
Wait, David has mentioned that he likes gore? Oh my god. No, David! No! 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 No. Dude, David used to be a Fortnite player. Parents are gonna find a way to be like, God, it's Fortnite! It's Fortnite! Fortnite's making kids! God damn it, Fortnite's turning kids into killers, man! Fuck! It's Fortnite! It's those fucking video games, man! Fuck!
we do have those logs. David implied that he impregnated a young Celeste. He talked about at least Discord. He implied, but there's no evidence. There's no evidence of this. I'm not sure how true it is. It's also been known that his main Discord was not aware who Celeste was. Currently, his main Discord is on damage control. He didn't know her age, which we won't buy. Currently, most of his friends cut ties with him, including Jason, who unfollowed him. Cat's Eye. Cat's Eye is a musical group, by the way. Most of his brand deals dropped him. Is Cat's Eye a musical group or is it a streamer group?
The Cat's Eye's a musical group, Gamma. Come on, get with the fucking program. Get with the times. God damn it, dude. This guy can't even get this correctly. What do you think Cat's Eye is, man? Streamer group? Come on. Everything they do is music, man. Everything they do is music and dancing. I ain't no streamer group, right? Most of his brand deals dropped him, that is true. Fortnite did as well. He said he used gore to desensitize himself. Wonder why he had to do that. What? He said that? He said he used gore to desensitize himself. To what? For what? Oh, man. Yeah, that's... I can't even lie. That line itself is definitely way more incriminating now. That's crazy if that's true, if he was saying that in his Discord about how he watches gore to desensitize himself. Damn. That is weird. Last night, girl played White Girls Fuck Dogs, and there's no cock like horse cock song outside bar she works at, and someone came online, and I was like, she's online too much. She was... What? Shinny, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, man? One of my friends is like that. He likes watching gore for some reason. I think you got to keep a close eye on that guy, man. You know what's funny? That's one thing I did. I went to I really like these like stores, right? These stores that sell movies and like DVDs and stuff and like old games and stuff. I don't know what to call them, but they're typically like called record stores, right? They have like records in them and stuff, but they also have like old movies and old TV shows and stuff that you can find. And what I love to do there is I love to look through the horror movies. And I went to California, right? And my friend knew of a place that has like, you know, stuff that I'm just like, whoa, I can't believe they sell that here. And obviously the section he was like more inclined to be like, dude, look, they sell porn here. It's like actual like old fashioned porn. It was weird. But the thing that I found there, I found, you know, cult films, you know, movies with, you know, cult followings. And I saw that and I said, I wonder if they have this stuff. And I managed to find, what did I manage to find? I think I managed to find 4 movies that are like disturbing horror movies. Like, you know, illegal in some countries, illegal in some places, disgusting, vile movies. Because I I'll be honest. I went down the rabbit hole, you know, back when what's his face, Wendigoon went over the like, you know, disturbing horror movie like iceberg shit, right? And I found Pink Flamingos. I found what was the other one called? A Serbian film, Necromantic, but I believe it was Necromantic 2. And I don't know how much Necromantic 2 is disturbing compared to the first one. I know the first one is very bad. And then they had, what was the last one? Was it Philosophy? No, it was not Philosophy. Faces of Death. Then it was Faces of Death. They had Faces of Death. Centipede? Centipede is not even on... Nate. That movie, you can find that movie on fucking probably like Netflix, man. That movie is not disturbing compared to these ones. These movies are fucking gross. All right? These are weird. Yeah, Faces of Death is a mixture of real and fake deaths. Yeah, that's what Faces of Death is. And some of these are like movies that are either like they have like massive amounts of restrictions, or, you know, they are illegal in like multiple countries. Like the Faces of Death disc that I picked up, it literally like had at the bottom, it was like, it was showing it off to the world. It was like banned in 43 countries. And I'm like, whoa, why would I want to watch that? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to watch that. But like my friend looked at me and he was like, "You gonna get that? And you're gonna get some of these?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this stuff. You know, like, you know, it's intriguing. It's interesting to watch people talk about these movies and how the hell they even became to be. I'm never watching these movies. The only ones I'd ever watch is like, you know, Human Centipede or something, where it's like the surface level, you know, gross body horror where it's like, ew, you know, gross. I'm never watching this shit. All right. I'm not gonna watch this stuff. Cannibal Holocaust director was arrested because they thought they actually killed the cast, though they went into hiding for PR. Yeah, the I actually have watched Cannibal Holocaust, and that movie is like gross. I have a hard time watching that one, but Cannibal Holocaust is kind of surface level. It's not really that bad. It was just bad at the time because, you know, the director who made it claimed that the people in it weren't actors. It was real. This was a real movie, and it wasn't. It was, you know, obviously staged. So yeah, they did kill a turtle. I believe that is true. I saw the part with the turtle is the part that I thought was really gross. I did not like that. It was not fun to watch. Hi, Flavor. Liz. Hi is really me. But yeah, I would never pick up those movies. Those are movies I never want to watch. Like, I just don't, you don't want to get like, it's kind of like,
Hello, princess.
God, what's his face? Welcome back.
Thank you for the
Flavorless.
memberships.
Thank you.
Welcome, Flavorless.
What's that guy, the dude who got in trouble because he watched like, he like talked, God damn it, dude. I forgot his name. The YouTuber. He's like a YouTuber who goes over like, you know, disturbing stuff. Fuck, what's his name? And he got in trouble because of like some, you know, CP thing that he watched or something. I can't take gore. I know the drag queen in Pink Flamingos was the inspiration for Ursula and the Little Mermaid. Flamingos, you know, the funny thing about Pink Flamingos is the guy who created it actually created Hairspray. John Waters. It's fucking crazy. And if I'm not mistaken, in Pink Flamingos, the way it works is the family is competing to be the filthiest family alive. They're like trying to be the filthiest family alive. So I know they do a lot of stuff with like, it's not, if I'm not mistaken, Pink Flamingos isn't like death. I don't think there's a lot of death. I could be wrong. I don't really know the ins and outs of it, but I just know very well that Pink Flamingos is like, it's just a lot of weird, gross, like if I'm not mistaken, there's parts of like shit filled areas and like eating shit. I could be wrong. And then like also like slaughtering animals, I believe. Plagued Moth. Plagued Moth, that's the guy. Didn't Plagued Moth used to cover this stuff? He used to cover this stuff, and I think, didn't he watch this stuff? See, that's the problem. I don't want to watch these movies because it's like you become desensitized to this type of shit. So then after a while, you just kind of, you don't squirm anymore at these weird, fucking insanely over-the-top horror movies that are, like, disturbing. Like, it's intriguing to listen about and to learn about. I like learning about disturbing horror movies and how they came to be and stuff. But watching it is a whole nother, that's a whole nother can of worms, right? Watching that stuff is maybe something you just, like, not that intrigued, all right? I probably won't touch it. Do not ever watch a Serbian film. Never. No, I know. That movie's a horrible movie. That movie is a, I don't even know how to, like, I can't. I'm not going to explain the movie. I'm not going to explain it. Never seen it. Not going to watch it. It's not worth it. Don't ever watch that movie. It's fucking disgusting. Didn't just watch horror movies. He watched real gore. Yeah, that's what I mean. He, like, engaged in, like, watching, like, real gore and also watched, like, these disturbing films. I think he had real vids on some server for people donating or something. God, dude. Ugh. A Serbian film is meh. Serbian film is gross, man. It's fucking disgusting. Watch A Clockwork Orange. I've watched A Clockwork Orange. I like A Clockwork Orange. It is very, it is disturbing though. It is. The Clockwork Orange is disturbing, but I wouldn't put it on the same scale as like some of these. Like these movies, like, a Serbian film, it's just like, it's like going over the top to just go over the top. You're just doing it to be disgusting. But, Clockwork Orange is a good movie. I like the movie. If you kind of follow the message of the movie. Clockwork Orange pissed me off at the end. I will say, yeah, the ending. Yeah, the ending, yeah. I got confused by the ending, I'm going to be honest. Kubrick made Full Metal Jacket? I really want to watch that movie. That's a movie that I've been wanting to watch so bad, dude. I just got here, thought you were just talking about random movies. No, we were talking about disturbing films. It was brought up because David, in the David situation, apparently he stated that like he's desensitized to like gore, which I thought is like crazy. That's like insane to me that he admitted that. But I pointed out how I found like movies at this like movie store, and it's like movies that are like on that sliver of like banned movies. These are movies that are like banned in other countries. Like I said, Faces of Death, I found it, and it literally has on the box, it says banned in 43 countries. It's like, dude, I feel like, if it's banned in 43 countries, you shouldn't watch it. Just watch the first half of Full Metal Jacket. You don't need to watch the rest, really. I watched Faces of Death at like 15. God, no, dude, don't. I just got, already read that. Doctor Strangelove and Boot Camp, part of Full Metal Jacket, are my favorite Kubrick. What are the most disturbing movies that I've watched? I think really the only ones is like, body horror movies that are like, I consider those kind of disturbing because they're body horror. Human Centipede, I've seen. Human Centipede 2. Human Centipede 2 is holy fuck, that movie's disgusting. I watched that movie when I was a teenager. And that movie is like, that's a hard one, you know? I watched it. They got rid of the part, I think, in the second movie because they had to get rid of it. I saw it with the part, with the baby getting like killed. It's fucking gross, dude. That movie's so gross. I went into it because, you know, as a kid, you know, I was into horror movies, you know, as a teenager. I'm like, oh, I love horror movies. I'm going to watch all these like Netflix horror movies. So I did. I went on like a horror movie spree. I watched like a shitload of horror movies in like during the summertime. I watched a bunch. Audition. I've seen Audition. That one was a fun one to watch. I don't think that one's really that disturbing. But I watched the first, you know, one, and I was like, oh, you know, that was gross, but, you know, fun. And then I watched the second one, and I regretted watching it. I fucking hate it. It's gross. It's gross, dude. Watch The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. The Fly, isn't that the one where the guy, like, swaps places with the fly? I heard that movie's actually, like, good. It's like an old movie. I heard that movie was, like, good. He like is slow. His body like slowly starts turning into like a fly. It like ruins his like life and everything. I heard that movie was good. God, yeah, I can't really think of other ones. I think the furthest scale I've ever gone is Human Centipede 2. I think that's probably the furthest I've gone is Human Centipede 2. Oh, I've watched the Posepsky Pokepsky tapes. I don't know how to say it. I watched that movie and Cannibal Holocaust. Cannibal Holocaust is one I've watched that I do not like. Or that I did like. I like Cannibal Holocaust. It's not that bad of a movie. The House That Jack Built, I like that movie a lot. But I don't think that one's really that disturbing. It's not that disturbing. I've never watched... I was gonna watch Martyrs one time, and then I guess I just didn't. Yeah, I think that's like it. This dude made me watch Splice with him. What's Splice? I don't know if I've... I've seen that movie. I've seen that movie. I've seen that movie. His DNA gets mixed with a fly. The body horror is insane. His skin is melting off of as he turns into a fly. Yeah, that's what happens. Couldn't remember other Takashi Mike movies. Ichi the Killer is interesting. This dude made me watch Splice with him. Not cool. Bro really tried to put the movies on during that too. Ick. Dude, my wife made me watch Splice. During the movie, I was literally sitting here like, dude, why am I watching this? Martyrs is a pretty tough one to watch. Some of the movies are tough to watch if you're like a woman, I feel. It hits a little harder when you're like a woman. Like Martyrs, I don't like if you're a female, it's a tougher watch. Martyrs is a tougher watch as a female. Like Irreversible. Irreversible is a tough movie to watch as a female. I feel.
Wait, what I make you watch?
Splice.
What's that?
That little alien girl. They like birth a little alien girl thing. Little alien baby thing. Oh, VHS. I actually enjoy VHS. Some of the VHS. I've watched the first one. I haven't watched the other ones. Awesome anthology series. I like the VHS stuff. I like it. I watched ABCs of Death one time, and man, some of those short films are just fucking retarded. Like, some of them are just Irreversible is a tough movie to watch in general. It is a very tough movie to watch. If I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure Irreversible is like, it's a movie going in backwards, right? Like the movie's going backwards and it's about like a woman being like raped and then killed, I believe. VHS sequels get worse in my opinion. I thought there was a recent one that came out that was actually seen, like people said it was a pretty good movie. I don't know, I like VHS. Anthologies are hard to do. It's very hard to get an anthology to be good. I think VHS does it pretty well because it's just short like horror stories with like pretty intense like body horror, like, you know, pretty intense. How do I put it? Like pretty intense body horror. It's either body horror or it's like, you know, almost like a VHS style like thing where it's like a found footage, which I really like that. She wasn't killed. Oh, she wasn't killed. It wasn't her that was killed, right? It was her boyfriend that gets killed, right? So like she gets raped and her like boyfriend is like killed, right? I think. ABCs of Death sucked, especially that one where the dude has a jack-off competition. Whoever nuts first wins, and the things they jork it to get more and more disturbing. And if they lose, they die. Yeah. That shit is fucking bad. ABCs of Death is just not really that good. That reminds me of, dude, my favorite, dude, body horror is hard. I can't stand body horror. It's hard to watch. I like it, but I don't. Like, it makes me squirm. I get really grossed out, and I fucking flip my shit, and I think it's disgusting. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. But I do at the same time. Like, the Substance, I fucking love that movie. I really, really, really like The Substance. That movie was incredible. But it's, like, when it gets to the body horror part, it's, I curl up into, like, a little ball, and I'm like, oh. It's the same thing with that one movie that I watched, that I really, really love. Bring Her Back. Yeah, Bring Her Back. There's a scene in the movie in Bring Her Back. And it's just like, it is such a hard watch. It is so hard to watch it. Like, the fucking kid takes a knife and just starts like cutting his mouth with it. Just starts going upwards with it, just cutting upwards. And it's so hard to watch. And then he like bites down on the fucking table until his teeth fucking break out. And it's so hard to look at. and I think something with his nails too. Nails are the worst. When it has to do with your fingernails and the nails are like bending out and breaking off. Oh, fuck, that shit's hard to watch. The Descent was cool. I like The Descent. The Descent's a really fun movie. All this freak shit from this guy who makes TikTok music. Marcus, did you hear there might be a Duckbringer Riz-off? What? A Duckbringer Riz-off? Hold on. Okay, first of all, 1, Duckbringer's back, question mark. 2, what are we risen off Duck? What are we risen Duckbringer for? Come on. Where the girls get stuck in a cave and humanoid blind monsters hunt them down. Yeah, that movie is dope. I love The Descent. That movie's a great movie. Yeah, it's nasty. Dicker's Fault. Dicker's Fault. Movie going into a cabin, they expose themselves to flesh-eating virus. Oh, fuck. Dude, I love that movie. Cabin Fever. You're thinking of Cabin Fever. Listen, on paper, it's not a good movie, right? The acting is subpar. It's, you know, it's not like it's some amazing, awesome movie that like is groundbreaking. But for a horror fan, like if you're a fan of horror movies, it's awesome. All right, it's awesome. Like the water is fucked up and it's like causing them to have like terrible like rashes, and they start to like basically their skin just peels off, turns into like fucking, it's just bloody. They scratch themselves until they're bloody. It's like fucking, it's pretty awesome. Were you fucking interrogated by a terrorist organization, Astro John? I have lost all my fingernails and toenails before. God, jeez, John. Have you seen that one thing about a prehistoric parasites being revived in Antarctica from a mammoth corpse that some scientists found? Excuse me? Prehistoric parasites? Revived? What are we reviving that shit for, man? Get it out of here! I don't want no prehistoric parasites! Sliggins, get in there, twin. I'm not sure who is hosting, but I think Kathy was putting in the work to get people in. Oh my god. Dude. I also accidentally had a weight dropped on my thumb. Fuck. That's so hard to hear. Like, I can envision, I envision it happening, and it doesn't, it's scary, man. Basically like big ass bugs that eat you from the inside out and lay eggs in you. God, dude, put them back, man. Put them back. Freeze them, man. What are we reviving them for? Did you watch the OG or the remake? I think I've seen both, but I know the remake more. Because the OG is like 1990 something, I think. And the remake is more around when I was like, you know, older. I'm more up to date with the remake than the OG. I've seen the second one. I have not seen the third one. There's 3. There's Patient Zero, I believe, and then there's Cabin Fever 2 or something. I think it's called something else, but I've seen the second one, haven't seen the third one. I just like the movies because they're just like, you know, they're silly horror. Like, it's not like it's awesome acting. It's silly. The whole thing is fucking silly. OG has better acting? Really? Okay. I got hurt and sick a lot as a kid. It was a rough childhood. Yeah, that's fucking tough to hear. God, dude. That is makes me squirm. The scientists didn't know the parasites were on the mammoth corpse, but lol. They died so quick, bruh. The scientists or the bugs? The bugs died very fast. You should watch Ju-on the Grudge. The Grudge? Oh, like the original The Grudge? Like the Japanese one? I've never watched that one. I do want to watch that movie. That's a movie that I've never seen. What does he say in the what is the movie? What is that movie called? Toyota Sashimi. Scary Movie 1, scariest movie ever, bruh. Scary Movie 1 is awesome. The reboot was ass, but all of the original movies are good, I think. Is Ju-on the original Grudge, isn't it about a family that moves to Japan? Like or is the original like not a family that moves to Japan? Because I know the Grudge in itself is about a white family that moves to like this house in Japan and it's like haunted. So there's a fucked up scene in one of the later movies. She rips some kid's jaw off and breaks his bones, and it's caught on camera. It's a social worker? Oh. At first, at least, it follows multiple stories from different people who encountered the curse. Ah, I see. I've been trying to dip my toes into more foreign horror movies because I've found some pretty good ones. I've found a couple of like Audition was one that I found that I actually enjoyed. I thought that movie was pretty good. It does get you know, the more I think about it, Audition does have a part that is pretty fucking gross. Because if I'm not mistaken, when they find where the girl lives, she's got like this guy who's got like body parts that are like cut off, and he's like basically a pet, and he just eats schlop out of a bowl. It's fucking disgusting. But Audition was a pretty good one. I liked that one. I found that one. I fucking love horror movies. I found out about The Grudge and all of that at like 5 when I was evil and looked up shit on my mom's PC. It's been like 15 years since I watched it. Read or watch Junji Ito's Spiral? I haven't read it. My wife might have read it, but we watched the adaptation, and God, dude, they ruined it. It's like halfway through they gave up on animation. Like the animation changed. It was horrible. It was horrible. It's like, it was fine. Originally, it was fine. Like, the first few episodes is like, wow, this animation's great. Then all of a sudden, they changed the animation to something completely different. And I think the adaptation changes too, as well. It's just, it was so weird. I didn't understand what was going on. I don't know why they butchered it like that. It just didn't make any sense. One of my favorite, I don't know if I'd call it a horror movie, but I consider it to be in the realm of horror, is Cube. Cube is like one of my favorites. Although I do not like 2 and I do not like 0. 0's better than 2, but 2 is like an actual heaping pile of dog shit. But Cube in general, that is a movie that's like so under the radar. That's like such an under the radar movie. It's such a good movie. I love it so much. All budget went into the first 2 episodes. Yeah, literally. You should watch Hobo with a Shotgun. Fortnite Cube. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much Fortnite Cube. Hobo with a Shotgun. That's a real movie, man. What? I've seen Rubber. Have you guys ever seen Rubber? That's a fucking movie. That's a movie. I don't know if I'd say anything else other than it's a movie. Oil up. Sorry, I'm feeling evil. What? They made a bad Korean remake. I know about the Cube remake. It's not good. Original Canadian version, very, very good. I really like it. That or the ABCs of Death. I actually was talking about that. I watched the ABCs of Death. Not good. It's not good. I mean, to be fair, some of the short story horrors are actually pretty decent, and then some of them are just like, what the fuck am I watching? Anyone watch that movie with the platform in prison that was in Spanish? The Platform. I love The Platform. That's a great movie. I know there's a second one. I haven't watched the second one. I've only watched the first. I don't know if the second one's that good. But I enjoyed the first one. The first one was really good. I knew you were going to mention Rubber. Rubber is literally a tire. It's a tire that rolls around and it kills people with its mind. It's so dumb. Mimic is pretty cool. It's the one where big beetle bugs mimic humans and one guy has been watching them from his apartment window. Huh. Devil's Advocate. That sounds familiar. Have I seen it? I think I might have seen The Devil's Advocate. Exorcism of Emily Rose. Damn, dude. You are watching some old-ass horror movies. This guy's picking out all the really old stuff. I don't know. I actually, have I seen The Exorcism of Emily Rose? I might have seen this one, actually. I can't keep track of all the exorcism movies, to be brutally honest with you. I can't remember. The Platform was way better than I thought it would be. Yeah, it's a really good movie. I love that movie. Look up Killer Sofa. I'm fucking losing it. Have you seen Killer Bong? Killer Bong, dude? What? What? This can't be right. This has to be a movie I can watch on live stream. This has to be. Lake Mungo was really good. It was a little sad though. I've heard about it. I've heard about Lake Mungo. Mungo. I've heard it's really good. I really want to watch that movie. I think it's a slow burn. This movie's fucking awesome. Rubber wasn't even funny as a 14-year-old. Honestly, when I watched it when I was a kid, I literally was like trying so hard to figure out what the fuck was happening. I like campy horror movies that suck, but they're funny because they suck. Oh yeah, no, dude. I love horror movies because I feel like even when they're bad, you can still have a fun time with them. Like, that's why I love horror movies so much, is like, even when it's so bad, it's like, you could realistically have a lot of fun. I gotta watch this, bro.
I have a delivery for Francesca Morton.
Hey, there's blood here.
That recliner almost chopped my mate's finger off.
He keeps saying the recliner's possessed. I really don't know what's gotten into him.
We need to find out where that recliner is.
You and Dickers
Tomorrow
VCs have been
morning
dead
we'll
for
call
months. We
every
should do
delivery
movie
company
nights.
in the city
That would
for
be
help.
fun.
Whoever has that recliner is in great danger.
Thanks, killing.
There's a killer out there.
Look at him.
He's in great danger. That recliner she bought is possessed.
What the fuck?
It's here.
Never, ever underestimate the seducing power of the beast.
Rapist share.
Trying to save has already been doomed.
Do skate night where you play skate with me exclusively. Peter, the couch is here. Killer Bong and Ginger Dead Man. Yes, Killer Bong versus Ginger Dead Man. Yes. I fucking love those. Thanks Killing. Is that the recent one? I actually watched the Thanksgiving movie. Horror movie. And you know what? Thanksgiving, the new one that just came out. It's, oh my god, I know this movie. With the killer turkey. I know this movie. Like, it is a Thanksgiving, the newer one that came out. It is like a TikToker movie. Like, it is with TikTokers, I swear. But for a TikToker movie, it's really not that bad in the sense that, like, you can laugh at a few things and have some fun. You know? From A Productions. Let's see. Am I looking this up on YouTube? If you want to play an oldie but a goodie game when it comes to horror, you should play the official game for The Grudge. Let's see. What is this, man? From A Productions. Trauma? What the fuck is Nate saying? I don't know what this guy's saying. I don't know what this guy is saying. Trauma Entertainment? Oh, fuck. The Toxic Avenger? I've heard about that. What the fuck is... The Toxic Avenger? I've heard about that. What is this? What is this? Top 10 must-see trauma. Oh my god, it's Watch Mojo!
Today, I'm here to speak on an issue of great social significance. Hermaphrodites.
Since 1974, this independent film production
Trauma?
company has given audiences some of the most depraved scenes ever captured on tape.
These are so old! Nate is such an old man. Nate is such an old fucking man, dude. God damn, dude! What the hell is this? The Toxic Avenger, dude. That's him. Oh, what? I've heard of the Toxic Avenger. Watch the trailers from the list? But how am I supposed... Send link for research. Mother's Day sounds familiar. Let me look at this.
Number 9, Mother's Day.
Look, Jackie, one weekend a year you can relax.
1980? 1987, 1980, 1988, 2006, 2000, 1996, 1993. God damn, we only got one movie past my fucking date of birth here. Jesus. My lord.
3, Class of Nukem High.
What's 1999? Okay. Oh, honorable mentions. Oh, I don't care about honorable mentions. Volume 1. Oh, this one's 2003. Hey, look at that. And then Toxic Avenger 1984. God damn, dude. Movies not even... My favorite horror movie is The Thing. That's, you know, I don't know. I'm not saying I hate The Thing, but that's pretty much a lot of people's like number one favorite is The Thing. I like The Thing. It's a really good movie. It's not my personal favorite out of all the movies I've watched, but like some of the biggest like horror fans, theirs is The Thing. And like, it's a great movie. Like, it's a great movie. I just feel like there's other ones that are better. But it's a good movie. It's not like it's out of the... I'd understand it being in people's top, like, 10, top 5s. Like, it's a great movie. Chat, you gotta give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, chat. Okay. I got a little bit of time, but I do gotta go eventually, okay, chat? I do have to go eventually. I got some more time, though. But their quality never improves. That's actually kind of funny. My wiener hard. True. The Thing reminds me of The Flood from Halo. The Thing, I remember watching The Thing and I loved it. It was a great movie. Like, I really liked The Thing. I like the concept. I like the situation. I like the way it's like played out. It's a really fun movie. So it is one of my favorites. It's like, for me, my favorites, it's either a horror movie that does horror so well and the story is so good that it's like it is, you know, it's in my top favorites, or it's not a good movie, like it is a bad movie, but it's so fun to watch. Like, for example, Saw, I love the Saw movies. I love the Saw movies to death. They're not good. I'll be right back, chat. Sorry, chat. I had to pee, and then I also had like hair in my mouth, and it was gross, and I wanted it out. Where the fuck were you? I was on vacation, Desali. I was in California. I was in Kelly. What was I saying? Like, I love Saw. Saw is one of my like favorite movies. Like, they're some of my favorites. They're not good by any means. They're not very good movies, but I love them to death. I also love zombies. Zombies are awesome. I love zombie movies. Zombie movies are awesome. Like, some of my favorite movies are, like, I love I Am Legend. That's a really great movie. I really love 28 Days Later. That's a fun one. Not, like, some of the ones that aren't even, like, really horror movies, but, like, what the fuck is it called? God, why am I forgetting what it's called? Oh, I love Dawn of the Dead. That's one that I really like. Shaun of the Dead is one of my favorites. Zombieland, I love Zombieland. Train to Busan, really love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies of all time, is that movie. My plump and pregnant wife says hello, chat. Okay, man. What is this? Dark Water. It's an old movie. I did wash my hands. The fuck? Why do you guys always say this, man? She keeps saying a child. There's hair in the water. That part when she climbs up that little thing and she like looks into the water hole. Isn't there an actual real life story of like an Asian lady like dashing to the elevator? Like she's like sprinting towards the elevator, and later they found her body in like some fucking vat of water at like the roof of the building. Don't you laugh at me, Marcus. Sorry. Yes, that happened in 2015. What the fuck? What the fuck? It was pretty infamous. Yeah, like I remember seeing that shit that happened. Oh, what's this, man? Bloat. Go Cato, man. What the hell did you post in general? Is that a fish? Hold on. I gotta analyze this. Hold on. Chat, we gotta analyze this. Is that a fish? Elisa Lam is her name. Have you heard about the Roblox stuff? Yeah, the fucking pedo shit going on. I don't know. There's always pedo shit going on with Roblox. And the lawsuit stuff that's going on with him as well. Rec was a good Spanish zombie-ish. Oh, Rec. Yes. You actually mentioned that one. I can't believe I forgot about Rec. Rec is a good movie. And then America tried very hard to replicate Rec by making... what is it called? Quarantine. America tried super hard by replicating it and making Quarantine. And Quarantine is nowhere near on the same level as Rec. Not even close on the same level as Rec. It's practically the same fucking movie, but Rec is just better. What is this? Yeah, this. This is what I was talking about. Did people ever find out like what happened or what was the case with this woman? I think I heard like theories of like her being like schizophrenic or her having like schizophrenia or something. Oh, wait, Bacon. You even said the English adaptation called Quarantine sucked, though. Yeah, I don't like Quarantine. Rec is an amazing movie, though. Or it's not a game. They found her body and like she died. She like was running from something, and they found her body in like this water thing or something. They found her like dead body, like clogged in some fucking water thing container on the roof or something. So either like it's either someone did chase after and like killed her, or she like, in my opinion, because I don't think her body had any like signs of struggle or something. My assumption is that she's like schizophrenic or something. Or she was having like an episode and then she started running away from whatever the fuck she was seeing. Yeah, and then she just like leaves, and then she's dead. And she like dies. Yeah, that incident was so weird to me. Very strange incident. Yeah, Rec was a really good horror movie. I'm trying to think of like, I think there was one called I liked Possessor. Possessor? I saw that movie. I liked that movie. That movie was fun. I really liked that one. God, there's so many horror movies, man. So many good ones. So many good horror movies. Or like A Quiet Place is kind of zombie-esque, but it's not really zombies. It's like something else. But I really like The Quiet Place. A Quiet Place, A Quiet Place 2, and Day One are all good movies. Day One was awesome because it had a kitty in it. Let's see what this is. Her fingers looked all sorts of fucked up there. Oh, did they? Huh. Also elevator footage.
Prepare yourself.
I don't know about Korea, but maybe. Nate, what are you giving me,
A
man?
film experience that will test
Nate, Chad, I don't think Nate's much of a horror movie guy.
Y'all want to know about Lake Blood, do you?
Welcome to Fear Town, USA. Enter a town where dreams become nightmares and nightmares become reality. A town where you can have your darkest desires for the price of your soul.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want to run, but you can't escape if
God,
you're
this is literally
already
millennial
dead.
shit, man. This is the most millennial thing I've ever seen. Silence of the Lamb is a really good movie. Oh, this is a hard watch, man. This is really hard.
People can't scream. To avoid shitting your pants in fear, keep reminding yourself.
Nate.
It's only a movie. It's only a movie. It's only a movie. It's only a series of images rapidly shown in order to create the illusion of movement. But seriously, it's a scripted piece performed by actors and captured on camera. Please do not shit your pants.
This is like millennial humor, man. Fuck.
If you seek terrifying horror,
Millennial humor is really hard.
an evil amongst us. Sinister satanic rituals. Pure madness.
Where did you come from? Where did you, where did you come from?
And sexual eroticism.
Got my balls all wet and everything.
Then take a trip to Fear Town, USA.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Fear Town, USA. Fear Town, USA. Fear Town, USA. Fear Town, USA. Fear Town, USA.
I'm having a really hard time, man.
Has a new hometown.
I'm having a really hard time. Oh, it hurts. It hurts knowing we have millennials in the community, man. That's all I gotta say, man. It hurts. It hurts. Did I misunderstand? Though you were discussing horror trash. No! No! No, what do you mean, man? This is painful. It's hard to watch, man. God, dude. I mean, I guess to be fair, like, if you wanted to get me in a disturbing way, this is disturbing. You know what's the best horror movie? I got the best horror movie for you guys. I got the best horror movie for you right here. Birdemic. Birdemic. This movie is awesome. Look at that shit, man. Grave Encounters is one of my favorite hidden gems. I have never watched Grave Encounters. I know about it. I know about it. I've never watched the Blair Witch Project, dude. I really should watch Grave Encounters, shouldn't I? I never watched Grave Encounters because I thought Grave Encounters was, I thought it was literally just like, those guys who go to like haunted houses and then they do like the whole like, oh, I'm talking to ghosts. Oh, like I thought it was a TV show. I thought it was one of those. I didn't know it was like an actual horror movie about dudes who do that. Like it's a group of people who are doing that, but it's like actual fucked up shit happens. It kind of reminds me of this one Korean movie that was kind of like Grave Encounters. Ganjam Haunted Asylum. It reminds me of that movie. I like the VHS movies. We were just talking about that, Dasali. Yeah, VHS is fun. I like the VHS movies. I do. I enjoy the VHS movies. I want to watch more of them. I like seeing like the short film style that some people come up with in some of them. Obviously, some of them are not as good as others. It's corny, but in all the right ways. What's another hidden gem, chat? What's another hidden gem? Put me on more movies, all right? Put me on more movies. Some of the stories are bangers. Yeah, I mean, that's why I like VHS. I think VHS does it better than other analog movies, because analog is a really hard genre to really capitalize on. But I think VHS does it well because it's like found footage style, which makes it more understandable for analog. Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods is a great movie. I love Cabin in the Woods. Frailty? What is this? It does have good ratings. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, man. It might actually be a good movie. What is it about? Let's see. Let's see. One day, a widowed blue-collar worker. Oh, of course. A widowed blue-collar worker has a revelation. That sounds right up Nate's alley. Really is almost October that we're talking about this. Oh, dude, wait. Yeah, you're right. It is almost October. Horror season's coming up. Perfect time to be talking about horror movies. Listen, Chad, I'm a big horror movie fan, so October is going to be a big month for talking about horror films. All right, it's going to be a big month. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch one horror movie every day for October, and I'm going to rank them on a list. I'm going to rank them. Did you ever watch Paranormal Activity? I think I have, but it's very faint about like my remembrance of the movie. I think I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna I'll let the audience choose the movie every day. That's what I'll do. I'll let the audience pick. That should be how we do it. That'd be a fun way of doing it. I like how we went from talking about David to like it was about David has mentioned on his Discord that he likes gore to like we turned it into talking about horror movies. Paranormal Activity was boring as fuck. Fuck, I actually had something in my mind that I was going to mention. I'll make it so it's all movies I've never seen before. I can't just watch movies again that I've already seen. We'll do like movies that we've never seen before. The Ring? I've never watched The Ring. I know about The Ring. I've never watched it though. My dad loved that horror movie because he would always try to scare me as a kid with it. It's fucked up, man. What do you mean by that, man? What the fuck? I want to watch Good Boy. It's a POV of a dog in a haunted house. Really? Hold on. I get Good Boys. Oh, it's a new movie. What? Did it just come out? Oh, it's releasing on October 3rd. Oh, it's about a dog's POV in a haunted house. What? That actually does sound very intriguing. Getting like the perspective of an animal in a horror setting is pretty cool. I actually think that'd be really fun. Early Blumhouse like Creep. Oh, Bacon, I've already seen Creep. I love Creep. I love those movies. Very weird, but very good. They're very weird movies, but they are fun movies. I enjoy them a lot. My dad would try to get me to watch videos as a kid where I would think it was a normal video or a commercial or something, and there would be a jump scare, sometimes with the ring girl in it. Dude. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Back when people used to do those like videos of like normal things and then it'd be like a jump scare. Good Boy sounds awesome. I might just watch that in general. I still have to watch Together. I really want to watch it, but I have to pay fucking $20 just to rent it, dude. Just to rent it. $20 to rent it, man. I don't want to rent it for $20. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll do that. I'll do like a thing where I'll do a movie for every day of October. And then at the end of October, we'll rank all the movies. I'll put them all on like a list. Together was good. 20 to rent is nuts. Yeah, I'm not going to pay $20. Why meet him pissed me off. The guy in the first Creep was retarded. Why meet him? The guy in the first Creep was retarded. Yeah, I can see why you come to that conclusion. There are a lot of times in the first movie where I'm like, man, this guy has too much faith in the guy that he's meeting. You know, you're like sitting there and you're like, man, this guy has way too much faith in this guy. Because like in the second one, it makes sense because the girl is like desperate for cash. Like she is desperate for money. Like she does these like YouTube videos because she's like trying to make something. She's trying to like make something. So she goes above and beyond, even if it means like being just as weird as the guy. And turns out he really is like a fucking murderer. But the first guy is like, man, you got way too much trust in this weirdo. You should have just left a long time ago. Perfect Blue was good. I love Perfect Blue. Perfect Blue was a beautiful movie. The first guy should have gone home. He should have. You're right. He should have gone home. Oh, and the best part about the first movie is, the funny part to me is that he has so much faith and trust. That's the point of the movie. The point of the first movie is like the guy, the creep, he literally talks about it at the end where he's like, why did you trust me so much? He's like, why did you keep coming back? Why did you believe that I was good? That's what I loved so much about you, Aaron. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he was like. I love that you kept thinking that I was like good or that I was going to do good, even though I showed so many times that I was never going to be good to you, you know? Like, it was just kind of like, that was the point. Like, at the end, he even shows up to, like, he shows up to the park, and it's like, why would you show up to the park? Right? You should not be there. I went to watch the 4K theater release of Perfect Blue. I love that movie so much. Perfect Blue is amazing. I really, really liked that movie. It was an awesome movie. Hang out with I hang out with strange people, so I am not one to talk. Yes, with the axe. Why do that? Yeah. He's being like stalked by him. He's being like stalked by him and shit. And then he just like, he gets told to meet up with him at the park. Like, I'll make it better. We'll make it better. He goes there literally. And he's just like, dude, come on, man. You know that shit ain't gonna work. You know that shit isn't gonna work. It's gonna be hard to find 30 movies that I haven't, like 30 horror movies that I haven't seen before. But we'll get there. We'll find some. Still haven't seen Weapons as well. Reality is a Silence of the Lamb type movie with Matthew McConaughey. I can try that one out. Creep is why I'm scared of furries. Really? Because he wears his stupid mask. He wears his stupid mask and has like an attachment to the mask. Or at least he claims he does. Weapons is more funny. Yeah, I've heard it's more of a horror, like a comedy horror, which is fine. I don't mind comedy horrors. One of my favorite comedy... What the fuck? One of my favorite comedy horrors is Tucker and Dale. I love that movie. Tucker and Dale is a banger movie. I recommend watching that movie. It's awesome. And I love Tucker, the guy who plays him, Alan Tudyk, I think is his name. Alan Tudyk or something, the guy who plays Tucker. He's awesome in that movie. He's great. Color Out of Space. Let's see if I can find it. We can put a list down. Oh, I can actually watch it now. That can go on the list. I'm a suspense thriller kind of guy. That makes sense. I can go for anything. I can go for anything. I like comedy horror. I like regular horror. I like thriller. I like all forms. I really can't. You can't go wrong with any of them. The worst horror movie I've ever watched was about a fucking leprechaun. Are you talking about? Hold on. Are you talking about the Leprechaun movies? Are you talking about my boy? Which one though? That movie, Moggs, the Leprechaun movie is good if you take enough shrooms first. I was gonna say, Leprechaun is like the... You gotta be on like a drug to watch this movie. But it's like fun bad. Like I like Leprechaun because it's fun bad. The funniest part about Leprechaun is it has like a shitload of movies. And I honest to God think Leprechaun in the Hood is a good movie. Leprechaun in the Hood is like an actually good movie. It's like the 5th or like 6th movie in the fucking films. And it's not even bad. It's like fun. Like the Hood ones are just so funny. Got a little leprechaun dude in the hood. They made like an Origins one where they actually tried to be scary and it just wasn't good. Like it was so bad. Cause like Leprechaun it's not a real, like, you're not watching Leprechaun to be scared. You're not watching Leprechaun to be scared, dude. It's a funny movie. He does one-liners. He does like his silly one-liners all the time when he kills people. Like when they tried to make, I think it's this one, Origins or something. Is it Origins? It could be something else. They tried to make it like genuinely scary and it's just not good, bro. It sucks ass. Papa Mead's video on it is great. You should watch it. There's 2 I remember watching, because I watch Dead Meat. I watch Dead Meat. And the way I found out about most of my horror movies or stuff that I've watched is through Dead Meat. So like all the Leprechaun movies, found out about most of them and all of them through him. 7, Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs. I love Silence of the Lambs. 7 I still haven't watched yet. I want to watch that movie. Be real, what person is truly afraid of Chucky? I was as a kid. I actually, as a kid, Chucky was the one that I actually was afraid of. But now that I watch it, like now, it's not scary. What was the one that was like good recently? Was it The Curse of Chucky? I think it was The Curse. Or The Cult. Was it The Cult? Could be The Cult of Chucky. Seed of Chucky is just weird. Bride of Chucky is weird. Seed of Chucky is weird. Yeah, those ones are just weird. We need a good goblin flick. Isn't there goblin movies? Isn't there a goblin horror movie? Yeah, it's called Goblin. Is it good, though? I don't think it's good. Doesn't seem like it's good. Huh. Favorite slasher? Friday the 13th is one of my favorite slasher films. I love Jason. I love those movies. I know let me look up slasher films to kind of get an idea of what would be considered. Happy Death Day is one I love Happy Death Day. That's a great movie. But yeah, if we're talking like slashers with like a long like line of movies, you know, the ones that go on for way too long. Friday the 13th is like one of my favorites. I love Jason. I know a lot of people like Nightmare on Elm Street a tad bit more. But I don't know. I prefer Jason. I prefer him. Let's think. I didn't know Happy Death Day was in the same realm as slasher films. Oh, fuck. I'm forgetting about the one and only. The one and only Scream, dude. I love Scream. There's Gremlins. They're kind of goblins. Yeah, Gremlins. Gremlins. Scream is really good, too. I love Scream. Scream's one of my favorites. Oh my god, wait, Terrifier. I completely forgot Terrifier because I forgot we really consider that to be slasher, but it obviously is slasher. I love the Terrifier movies. And I know the Terrifier movies are a bit much on the gore. They go a little over the top on the gore. They do, but it's fucking awesome. I love them. It's like, it's got this weird... The second movie I liked a lot. But it just has this style to it that I really like. It's like a retro... It's like retro style. And it's like aware that it's not trying to be this like really good movie. It's aware that it's a slasher, but it does it really well. It does the slasher genre well, is what Terrifier does. I loved Gremlins. I've never watched Gremlins. My wife wants to watch it. I have a confession, though. I have never watched Aliens. Ooh. Ooh. I prefer Aliens over Alien by far. Of course, of course. Look up Remoth, their Tormented Fathers. The main character is basically Jodie Foster. Let's see. Oh god. This game looks evil. Ex Machina. That's a movie that sounds very familiar. What is that movie about? That movie sounds super familiar. Don't watch Funny Games if you don't want to be pissed off. I watch Funny Games. That movie's good. But it's kind of depressing. Funny Games is a tad bit depressing, I'll be honest. Someone recommended it during my movie thing, and it was really depressing. My dog Gizmo is named after one of the little things in Gremlins. Alien Isolation. Isolation is a fantastic game too. I've heard that game is amazing. I've never gotten a chance to play it. I will admit to Astro John, I haven't watched all the Alien movies. I've seen only some and kind of neglected some of the others. I still want to watch Romulus, like the new one, because I heard it's really good. But I haven't seen all of them, and I don't know them by heart. I actually know the Predator movies a little bit better. I do like the Alien versus Predator movies, even though they're goofy and they're not very good, but they're fun. I love watching like Alien. I love the movies where they take like a character from another series and they fight each other for some random reason. Like Alien versus Predator, fucking banger, dude. Absolute banger. If you're a fan of both Alien and Predator, bro, it's a banger. You're just watching them fight each other. It's fucking awesome. It's a bad movie, but it's awesome. Freddy versus Jason. It's not a good movie by any means, but you're watching them fight each other. It's dope. I love hide and seek games. Hide and seek games, like as in like Fire in the Sky got touched by aliens. Fire in the Sky get touched by aliens. Dog with a donut on him. Dog with a donut on him. Chat, I am going to have to let you guys go, though. I do have to go, okay? I stuck around for as long as I could, all right? I stuck around for as long as I physically could. But I do have to get going, okay? We'll be back on tomorrow for more content. For more content. Okay? Goat won. Goat? Goat won? You mean, doesn't Jason win in Jason versus Freddy? I fucking love that Jason wins. Because it's true. Jason would win. Fuck. I just got here. Marcus, how will we survive without you, Marcus? Having panic attack. Marcus, please. Oh, Goat won as in Goat won. Goat Cato. Goat Cato. Oh, I forget that we call Goat Cato and not Bloat Fatto. You know what I have always wanted to do is do horror movie nights. Yeah. Someone mentioned that we should do that. And I wouldn't be opposed to that. Sometimes, like, we'll do like a, put on a horror movie. Community comes together. We'll watch a horror movie. Won the conversation with the dog comment is what I meant. Yeah, with the dog. Yeah, the dog with the donut. Yeah, I'm starting to, I see it now. When you said Goat won, I thought you meant like the goat, like Jason versus Freddy, like Jason won because he's like the goat. And I was like, oh, I got excited because yeah, I love Jason more. And